I've maybe fixed it. I don't know what the fuck this problem I've been having is. My connection says it's good. Now my kbps is like super fucking high. What is going on? I don't know. OBS was really fucking up on me last night. And what I did was I went in and I actually made YouTube the primary stream and Twitch the secondary stream. And I just changed YouTube servers, and that seems to have helped a bit. Oh, it's dipping again. The problem seems to be primarily via OBS, so I don't know what to do about that exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I moved my physical modem too. I do have a cable in here. Maybe I should just move the modem into my, like, office/bedroom. Fuck everybody else. This is my gerb now. Anyway, how is everybody today? Yeah, Lily broke my internet. I gotta bring up all my Lily shit again, because I, like, closed every browser. I was, like, going fucking crazy. It was driving me nuts more on Dragon Age last night, because I don't care if I lag a little bit, but the game, I'm trying to tell everybody this beautiful story, god damn it. And only, like, 500 of you care, but I don't, whatever. I'm gonna make those few people that show up for the streams love Dragon Age. Alright, let me just bring up my, Lorch documents. Just give me a sec. You know, my streams always go so smoothly. There's always some kind of fucking technical... And yes, my Discord server started calling Lily Orchard, Lorch for short. I think we should popularize that. Because nothing seems to drive Lily crazier than people just being really, really silly at her. Like shouting pool hopping, for example. I'm doing well down to that I've apparently fixed my fucking, streaming issues. I'm still dropping frames, but it's not as bad as before. As you can see, we got Wolfenite over here. I had a breakthrough. This always happens to me with fusions. I struggle and struggle and struggle with the design, and then I have a breakthrough. I was remembering what Mizu Fusion told me. Because I was asking him for advice, because he does wicked good fusion art, and that's basically all he does. And he was like, I'd just make her more monstrous. I'd just make her more monstrous. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, well, you know, Jasper was corrupted. She would have that data in her, and I could really lean into the whole wolf part of the Wolfenite, you know? And I sort of took, like, I was gonna do one braid again like this, but I kind of, like, took all the advice everybody gave me and kind of crammed it all together. And I think I'm really cooking with this one. I still want to make her a little more angular. This is why I'm working on, like, a different portrait over here. But I think this is it, guys. I think this is finally it. So then we can work on the comic next week. Hooray! And I'm dropping frames again. Thank you for the stickers. Definitely cheer me up. First, I have something very important to do. Let me go to Twitter real quick. Oh, wait, no, I'm on Firefox here. I need to go on Firefox to go to Lily's account, because I'm lazy and don't like signing in and out of accounts. You can listen to the nice, soothing night's music. Are you sure, Captain Boom Boom? It's been fine. Is it having troubles on Twitch again? Oh, it is reconnecting on Twitch. Sorry, Twitch. Yeah, you guys might have to move to YouTube. I did make Twitch the secondary stream now. If only viewer attack was available on YouTube, not my fault. Anyway. Actually, you know what? After all that fucking excitement, I have to pee. I'll be right back. Yeah, usually I pee before stream, but I was too busy trying to fix my fucking bit rate! Ah! Hopefully it's smooth sailing during the fucking, Dragon Age stream tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do some testing, I suppose. I thought I did some text. I'm at 16% dropped frames right now, which is not too bad. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Twitch. It looks like it's back up right now. Unless OBS is lying to me. It has been. There we go. We got a pool hopping sticker. I know, I can't even fix my fucking internet connection. I don't know if it's my modem. I guess. Oh wait, I don't have the desktop audio on. Sorry. Derp, derp, derp. I was gonna turn off the music now anyway because I have something important to do. First and foremost, just so people can find it. So, right before stream. I don't go down to 0 kbs now. You son of a bitch. Of course, now it decides the lag. Okay. Somebody asked me to dub the Swanee comic. So we're gonna do that real quick. Oh, hey, Olivia! What's with the hood?
Hey, Inko. I know you don't like to talk about your condition, but...
My
Yeah, it looks a little silly, but I just wanted to do this, you know, as a way to show solidarity, I guess.
Liv, I appreciate it, I think, but I don't have cancer or anything. I'm just kind of like this. I'm just bald, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking funny. Damien is happy with these turn of events. He is perfectly satisfied with this. Everybody else, not so much.
I don't think little Vinny is very happy about it.
He goes just like, no, Liv, I'm just hairless and bald. Like, have you ever seen Powder? It's like that. I'm an albino, Liv. Yeah, yeah, now I got other people asking me to fucking dub live dub comics. There you go. I'll give them the clip later. So I just had to do that real quick. First start off. Now we can get to making fun of Lily. I just had to turn off the music so people can use the raw audio. I know, I fall into that Damien voice way too easily these days. It scares me. Somebody recently said that my Inko voice sounds like Don Knotts, and now I can't unhear it. Hey guys, so just laid into the Don Knotts here, something, you know, I do make him a little mush mouth sometimes. Well, I don't consider myself a voice actor, Purple Spy, but I mean, I have said if people want me to do my funny Wani voices, I'll do them. Actually, I'm gonna get a new microphone eventually. I've been looking at them, but I decided to get the GPU and CPU first. I'm gonna upgrade my computer, and then I'll get a... And then I'll have to look back to what my brother advised me to get, because my brother is really good at audio engineering, and I am not. So when I get a better microphone, I might offer Cougar to voice act in his videos as well, because it's like it's just poor Jelzy now doing all the female characters, and like they did a Helliverse dub, and I guess Jelzy can't really do a Jersey accent because she gave Rosie a Southern accent. I was like, hey Jelzy, you could have asked me, you know, and she was like, oh yay, more voice actors. So I was like, oh, I could, I suppose. And everybody keeps asking me if I'm gonna dub my own comics, which. Might as well, right? Well, this YouTube channel is just gonna be a smorgasbord of various fucking things, I guess, because that doesn't hurt you in the algorithm anymore. People used to have to make, separate channels for, like, everything. Yeah, I'm finally not dead. I ain't dead. Let me try to sign into my YouTube chat. I now have the YouTube chat in OBS, which is convenient, but it's making me sign in. Which I think I gotta use my phone to do, too. Yeah, don't ask again on this device. I think I told you that, like, fucking yesterday thing. Oh my god, I have, like, 200 Tumblr messages. Oh no! It's just my coworker. this is like an interesting stream for you all. It's so interesting and good. Me fucking around with all of my broken technology here. You can listen to my nice grungy, dark hip-hop music. Let's see, is it still broken on Twitch? I'm so sorry, you guys. I thought I had this all set up well. Maybe I need to be on a different server on Twitch too. Alright, hang on a second. Hang on a second. We're gonna live fix the stream, maybe. Let me just go to Twitch real quick. Let me go to my stream manager. Thank you, Hazeruki, for telling everybody that they can go to the YouTube side because the Twitch side is broken. Let me see. Where is the settings? Because... Can I pick my server, though? I can see my stream key. Okay, I can put on disconnect protection. Why can't I get the server I want to use? Alright, hang on a second. I'm gonna turn off Twitch for a second and switch it to... Oh, it's not gonna connect to the damn thing, of course. Okay. Okay. I think it's connecting now. Alright. I just changed it to a server in New York, so hopefully that will be better. So... There we go. Looks like it's a little better. I did die for a second there. Okay. Yeah, you should be able to refresh on Twitch now. See, this is why I'm like, why do you guys want an archive of the weekly art streams? This kind of shit's so boring. Of course, it's gonna make me sign in again on OBS. What did I do with my phone? I tossed it away. Listen to the nice music while I struggle, everyone. Then we'll make fun of Lily. No, it's reconnecting on Twitch right now. Okay, yeah, I see that. I don't know, guys. I don't know what the fuck this problem is. It seems to mostly be OBS that's the problem. Alright. Let's see if that helps. I'm sorry if Twitch might just be dead today because of my new setup. Alright, I'm gonna start making fun of Lily now. Try, obviously they can't hear me. Thank you for the compliments on the fusion. We will get to drawing in a bit. I am trying to fix the fucking connection problems I've been having. Alright. I went to another New York server for Twitch, so hopefully the ping will be low.
J. Marty sent a super chat. First day at college, so I still hear smile.
Make sure you pay attention in class. All right. So let me get the other browser back up. Oh wait, this isn't Firefox, right? Because Firefox has been fucking broken for me, so I've been using a different browser. Let me capture that real quick. There it is. There it is. No, it's over my face and everything now. No, no, no. You need to be... You need to go down here with the others. Okay, there we go. There's Lily's blog. What has she been talking about lately, anyway? Oh, God. So, this is her new thing. It's covered up by the sticker right now. She wants to talk about gay rap and older cartoons, and she's talking about this character named Dion from Braceface, which was a shitty Canadian cartoon, because Lily really, really wants to think that Canadian cartoons, like, are, you know, worth a damn. Canada makes some of the worst cartoons. Like, honest to God, they are some of the worst animation. You know, like, you're worse than Malaysia. You know, it's like, come on. Anyway, this is Dion. So he's a flamboyant, sassy gay man with 3 earrings and a freaking early 2000s metrosexual frosted tips haircut. And he's a fashion designer. And he calls himself Dion because he loves Celine Dion. And this is what Lily thinks is good gay rep. Now, wasn't that... Call me crazy. But wasn't there something in her writing tips about this? What was it again? Let me think. If the only gay man in your work is a foppish diva, you're a huge turd. Wasn't that one of your writing? I guess Lily did ultimately say it was a joke, her writing tips, so I guess she's okay with flamboyant gay man stereotypes who are fashion designers and call themselves after their love for Celine Dion. Like, Lily, that's more stereotypical than even Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please look up Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. If you want to see, Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and John Leguizamo as drag queens. That is a real movie. Anyway, let's go to my Purple Demon Lily posting account now. Because this is where we get all, like, the juicy shit. I advertised the art stream, obviously, because we're making fun of Lily today. So, I just reblogged this, which is an old fucking edgy-ass comic Lily did, where her cool, edgy OC who wears all black kills Steven Universe. Like, oh yeah, my cool, grown-up, edgy, dark OC killed this sissy-ass cartoon character I don't like. Like, come on.
J. Marty sent a super chat. Sai has more receipts than a Costco. Also, that list is real. Lily made a second writings tips that was a joke to cover after she got flack for the first.
Of course she did, because she can never admit when she makes a mistake. Or when, you know, what she's saying is fucking stupid. Oh, look, it's Courtney's old blog. So yeah, imagine writing a comic this sinister looking. And what else should we have here? So this is the new cope. This is a new cope of Lily and all of her fans. I don't know why that's not reading out. The way Lily says huge turd in her writing tips just makes me think of Shelley Marsh from South Park. I think she hates South Park too, so... I'm gonna be real, while I like Canadian cartoons, they are mid as hell. They really fucking are. I still laugh. I still laugh that I managed to tell even the ad lagged? Dude, I don't know what to fucking tell you. I should laugh that I could tell that my dad, the rock star, was Canadian just looking at it, because it looked like such shit. Yeah, so...
Someone brought this up somewhere else, but even if the claims about your old fanfics was true, it's really weird that those people keep rereading it and passing it around to minors to read. Yeah, I don't know what kind of person just walks up to minors and goes, read this, it has child porn in it, but they should definitely be on some kind of government watch list.
So now the cope is, Lily wrote Stockholm, it is definitely child porn, but everyone else is the weirdos for reading it. I don't know how this makes sense to her and her followers. I really don't. But this is a new thing. Even this curly person we're gonna talk about in a minute was saying it. All of her fans are saying it right now. That this is their new big cope. Why do I have like 6 pings in the Lily chat too? I'm gonna check Discord after stream like I usually do. In fact, I gotta close it right now so it doesn't suck up any of my internet connection just in case. So yeah, so now it's Lily wrote that so long ago. It is child porn. But you're the weird one for, like, reading it now and bringing it up now. Like, what? How does that make any fucking sense? You know, how does it make any fucking sense? Someone was comparing it to, like, you know, say there was, like, and this is a hypothetical, Lily, I'm not saying this is real, just in case, we know how illiterate you are. Imagine if there was a video of Lily murdering someone, like unequivocal proof on video of Lily murdering someone, and then imagine all of her fans were like, ow, why do you keep watching that? Do you like snuff films or something?
J. Marty sent a super chat. Why does the MC in that Rockstar show look like Scott the Woz?
Maybe he does a little bit. But yeah, this is the new decree for Lily's inner circle. It's so weird how they all like adopt the same stances all at the same time. See, Mechanic says, doublethink is the act of simultaneously accepting 2 contradictory beliefs as true, even if they conflict with your own memory or sense of reality. Yes, that is from 1984, which is a good book. You should actually read it. People reference it all the time, but you should actually, like, literally read it. It's not even very long. I don't have that many tabs open, okay? Oh, you sent that ass, Hazaruki? It's so funny how she'll answer troll asks without knowing. And then, of course, I linked the video that proves Lily fucking wrote Stockholm again. And it's full of incest and child rape and all this sorts of shit. And it was obviously made with sexual gratification in mind. You know? So... Oh, yeah. And then this post. This was funny.
When will the new Korra video be uploaded? I'm really looking forward to it. As soon as I sort out content ID issues.
And I was like, oh, is somebody having trouble with content ID? Wow, karma's a bitch, huh, Lily? All my videos are back up because you had no content ID claim. But I don't think you can counterclaim Viacom, can you? They would sue you into the ground. And I guess, like, what's holding her up, somebody show me, what's holding her up is, wait, where's the post? Well, somebody showed me what's holding her up is a single song, and she's like, I kept using covers of it and everything, and it's like, well, just use a different song, you dumbass! What is the matter with you? Anyway. So here's Curly B. I should probably go back to the beginning with Curly B. Let's go to the archive of my side blog here, which I've been having a lot of fun with, by the way, because here I can just shit post and argue with people away from my main blog. It's very useful. Alright, let's see where this fucking began. The saga of Curly B. I think it was this one. I think this is where it began. So, Curly is a Lily stan. My fans are pretty sure they know who it is. I'm not gonna... Like, it's not really doxing. I'm not gonna give away who they think it is, just because it's all circumstantial and I'm not 100% sure, so I wouldn't do that on the off chance that it's not them. But their own art, if they are this other person, ain't that great. Really bad color values, and they get about 10 notes per art upload, so, you know, this might be what it's about. So anyway, what kind of voice should I do for Curly, guys? Should I just do, like, the Inko voice? What's the dumbest voice I do? Maybe I should do the Vinny voice. Yeah, I'll do the Vinny voice. I'm not kidding about their art being really mid-tier either. So full of errors that can't even be attributed to style. Goodness gracious. Oh my god, I just made myself cough with that one. Maybe I shouldn't do the Vinny voice. Do the Karen voice. So, they run around, like, correcting my art. The problem is, this art is 8 years old. I reblogged it recently because I'm really excited about Dragon Age Veilguard. And I was like, what the fuck did you do to my Mahariel's face? What did you- oh my god, what's wrong with your face? Now see, I'm not a person who thinks, oh, Smug Valley Girl's a good one, you're right. Vinny made me cough too much, because I haven't done it in a while. So, I'm not one of those people who thinks you need permission to critique people. I'm really not. My friends and I routinely critique each other. You know, everybody who works for Cougar, just art friends in general, we're constantly critiquing each other, giving each other tips, etc., helping each other with different art pieces. So it's like, yeah, the bottles I drew in this original. Let's look at the original piece too, because she fades it out so I'm just assuming she because of the Curly identity. I'm just gonna say she to make it easier. Yeah, we're gonna get to that, Jaden. Don't worry. Where's my Dragon Age tab? Alright. How long till I get to that one? Damn it, it never searches in order, for God's sakes. Maybe better off just scrolling down through my main blog. Because like I said, I reblogged it recently. Spelled the copyright straight. Bullshit. It's the early Wolfenite design. Guys, talking about Antarctica show. This is why I stopped posting about Lily on my main blog. It just takes up too much space. Oh, wait. Oh, did I put it in my art tag? I wonder. I don't remember if I did or not. Where the fuck is it? My streams are very professional, guys. Let's just go to art post. Probably in there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there's the original. So yeah, so like the hands I drew and the bottles I drew, they're in pretty bad perspective. You know, I was still kind of struggling back then. So, but, I mean, that bottle's not even that bad. That one's a little better than the one Erlen's holding. But like, look at my Mahariel's face. Like, what the fuck did you do to his face? Why did you want to make his face so much smaller? Like... And this person, if they're who we think they are, is a fan of Dragon Age, so they should fucking know that elves have these high brow ridges in Dragon Age. Yeah, Acid Flask. I told you that's how I usually play. I told you. I was just playing Gilana exactly like I play Armanes. I mean, I can see all sorts of mistakes in this. Like, I can see so many mistakes in this. But I'm sure it looks good to a lot of you. But that's the thing, you always see errors in your own art. So, she didn't go after Hawk for some reason. Just went after the two white ones. That's interesting, isn't it? But yeah, why did she want to, like, I was like, yeah, okay. Like, yeah, that was a mistake, that could have been drawn better.
Sent a super chat, donating to boost Crim's request.
I'm sorry, what was Crim's request? I was a little distracted. Yes, my Vinny voice does sound like Toad. Lily compared you to Vaush, Crim? I'm trying to find out what Crim's request was. Crim, just repeat it in chat. Chat is going too fast for me again. I need to zoom in. I can't zoom in on the OBS version of the YouTube chat. This is terrible. I'm old. So anyway. And I was like, why the fuck did you give Erlen, like, uwu eyes? Why did you move her eye further on her head this way? That doesn't make any sense. Like, yeah, the bottles I drew kind of shittily. Yeah. So, whatever. I was like... But I was like, dude, that art is 8 years old. I just reblogged it recently because I'm excited about the new Dragon Age game. So, and then let's go back to the archive. This is the easiest way to, like, get through all this shit, I think. And close some tabs, too, so we don't kill the internet. And then I showed my live reaction on Discord. It's like, yeah, the hands are... Like, their hands, the hands they drew are good. And the bottles I originally drew are flat. But I was like, why'd you give my Lavella to Woo Eyes? And then I was like, what's wrong with your face? My ISP is Cox. I only have a choice between Cox and Verizon out here. So... It sucks. I hate that ISPs have, like, these little, like...
Marty sent a super chat. Pools closed for hopping.
Yes, pools closed for hopping. I'm sorry, Twitch. I hate that they have, like, all the ISPs have these little fiefdoms, you know, that they control. I fucking hate it. I'd take Google Fiber at this point. Alright, and then I think I posted about Lily Logs. I was just ignoring, I think this is one of their posts. Oh yeah, she went after Hawk this time. And again, like, what did you do to his fucking face? Why did you put his eye, like, that low? Why did you move his ear lower? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing to his face? And this part cracked me up. She's like, the arm is too long. And then she made it longer! Like, she's like, no, I put a bend in there. It's not, but you know, you made it longer. You put the elbow down further. You made the arm longer, you dipshit. Like, what? So, yeah, and like, yeah, the leg could be better, the feet could have been better, blah, blah, blah. But again, you see the signature down here? Oh, you can't see it on screen right now. Hang on, let me unfull screen. You see the signature down here? It's not like some people don't know my real name anyway since I got doxxed. I put my signature on every piece with the date. 2019! So she's still going after old art. To say I'm a bad artist. So that was funny. And then I think I said, like... Why don't you look at something newer and linked to the Fight comic? No, okay. Well, don't try to guess my real name now from my initials, but yes, I put my initials on everything. My real name wasn't really that hard to find. Yes, it's currently 2019, Inky. You hit your head really hard there. So then, after looking to the Fight comic, which character does she focus on? Spinel! She focuses on Spinel for having bad anatomy. And then basically just lies about where her anatomy is. Like... And I said, finally something recent. I was like, so you completely fucked up the back leg's perspective because you don't understand her leg shape, because her legs get wider as they go to her feet. So they fucked that up. I said, you just move the front foot over a bit, which reduces the dynamic panel break. Like, I have her foot go over the edge of the panel for a very good reason here. And see, the panel would have continued. You would have seen the corner with the foot like this. It would have been distracting. It wouldn't have been, it would have been a tangent. So her foot exits the panel border because I'm trying to emphasize that she is running very quickly. And then I said, oh, we got a super chat coming.
Starvolt Nexus sent a super chat. I've got art from years ago that sucks hard.
You know, everybody's old art sucks. I mean, I don't even think I'm that good of an artist. My friends would beat me up for saying that, but... and then I pointed out, a gem's clothing, quote-unquote, is part of her body. That's just how gems work. Like, their form is their complete body. Even the parts that look like clothes, it's part of their body. So that's how I draw her. So those aren't just her bloomers. It's not like she has legs underneath. That is her body. You know? Gems work like video game models. They even disappear in a puff of smoke when they're defeated. And apparently if this person is who we think they are, they like Steven Universe and they can't draw the characters very well. Because they try to put their boring, semi-realistic Final Fantasy-ass style on it. So I was like, yeah, you just completely misunderstood, like, the purpose of half the things on that drawing. And then, I think this is the one I pointed out. I was like, wait a minute, though, this is bothering me. Why did you, like, just lie about where her legs... Why did you just attach her legs to her waist and then act like that's a problem I had? Like, it just lied about where her legs go. And I point out, these are her hips. That is her waistline. That is literally her shoulder. Her arms attached to her sleeve puffs, like the ball joints of a doll. Because she's Spinel. That's what she's built like, even in the show. This is the full panel for reference. She had a real problem with this part for some reason. This part where her leg is bulging to show that she's, like, launched herself off the ground into a run. You know, because you kind of gotta give the illusion of motion in comics a lot of the time. And I don't think this person understands that, because their own comic pages, if they are who we think they are pretty lackluster, all at a mid-angle, you know, stuff like that. They don't really seem to understand action very well. So everybody's celebrating because Sabine is here. Everyone's still happy to see you, Sabine. So, yeah, like, so I tried to explain, and then I was like, yeah, I just never draw her bloomer ruffles from that angle as, like, a choice. I only ever draw 3. It's just a decision I made a while ago, you know? It's only ever 3 ruffles. So, I was trying to explain to them, you just really don't understand stylization. And they were like, oh, you say, it's my style, it's my style. I'm like, no, Curly, there is an actual difference between excusing mistakes with it's my style and stylization. Those are 2 different things. So at this point, I just figured this person's a moron. I don't know if they're just trying to fail troll, but yeah, here's like, you just don't understand stylization, Curly. Not everything has to follow the same rules of anatomy, especially if it's very cartoony. And you notice, I linked to the comic pages. She went for Spinel instead of Jasper, who has more realistic proportions. So, I'm just saying. But yeah, but then Curly, we started messing with Curly more. Well, yeah, here somebody sent this GIF. Look how Spinel's arms attached to her sleeves and not her body. That's literally fucking how she works. Can I pause this? Can't pause the GIF, but just when she's pointing to herself. Look how her arms attached to her sleeves and not her body. It's almost like her limbs are like unwind from inside inside these parts of her, you know? That's just how she works. Because she's supposed to be like a very doll-like gem. You know, that's just cartooning, bro. You know? I don't understand. So, and then we started taking Curly to task over, Lily's fan fictions that we know she wrote. Oh, that's just a different one, like pointing out that the blog isn't just talking about Lily sometimes. It's like, yeah, well, I'll field questions on this blog that I wouldn't clutter my main blog up with. Why not? Okay, so where is this one? Yeah, the Curly saying, oh,
Jane Martin sent a super chat. It's my style picture of wolf with wrong nose.
Well, they are furry, maybe. They did brag about getting paid $200 to draw Vor, because I was joking, like, oh, you're probably ashamed to show your art because you draw Vor. I was just joking, and they acted like I was a Puritan for it, which I don't know if they know what I do on Cougar's channel, but, And they were like, oh, if furries have all the money, if a client wants $200 for vor, you know, I'll do it. It's like, really? Only $200? That's what you'll artistically prostitute yourself for? You may ask for more, girl. Come on. 200, that's cheap for, like, detailed fetish art. Are you kidding me? Anyway, I make a lot more drawing thumbnails for Cougar, but, let's see,
Like, oh, baby is mad again because it has to keep posting their willow tantrum about scary weighty fanfic again. Like,
Starvolt Nexus sent a super chat. If you think about it, all gems are designed for their purpose in mind. Not sure what a garnet's purpose is though.
Nah, yeah, well, I mean, I've had to accept over the years that the Crooniverse wasn't as interested in fleshing out gem lore as much as I am, but, at least in the games, what Grumpy Face, I think that's what they're called, right? Grumpy Face? The people that make the games. They decided that garnets were basically like governors of colonies, which makes a lot of sense to me. So, I liked that. Let's see, I just saw Kaiser. How much to draw Wani porn? I don't know, talk to me in private. I won't do porn commissions. At least not at this juncture. So I was like, thanks for confirming you're an incest fetish pedo apologist then, you dumb shit. So, oh yeah, and then there was this, where Lily commented on the whole thing with Curly.
now go cry in a 6-hour art stream while they completely fail to understand where
Where characters' limbs are supposed to go. A, Lily, you can't draw. B, Lily, look at your own wife's art. I mean, but my takeaway from this was, of course, Lily reads my side blog, guys. So, of course, I gave the most annoying answer. What was this one? Oh, yeah, and then this happened. So, they really embarrassed themselves this time. Holy shit! Yeah.
Holy Toledo, it's not even just anatomy Sai severely lacks knowledge on, nor proper historical cartoony styles, but even greater basics taught in secondary art school courses. Perspective!
So, you guys might notice that this isn't my art. I know a lot of people mistake Celestinized styles for each other, which I still don't know how people do that, but this is clearly not my art. So, I went on a whole tangent about this art, which I'm not even gonna bother with because it's pointless, because, as I pointed out here, that's my friend's art, you absolute bog stump! Her signature was right on it! It's on every single page! You can see on the Switcheroo blog that it is her account that posted it 4 years ago! So she's still going after old art. And some of you may now recognize the artist behind this comic, because I said this is her art now. So if any of you are familiar with the Husker Dusk Casino AU, that's my friend Celeste. She draws that. It's so popular, people are cosplaying it. Obviously, Celeste has gotten very advanced in the last 4 years. And she also attributed me with her getting into making comics, so I'm very flattered by that. So, Overlord Husk, that's the name of the AU. So yes, Curly has now tried to go after the author of Overlord Husk and security malware breached, which many of you may be familiar with. And look at all the notes she gets. Because again, if Curly is who we think she is, she doesn't get a lot of notes on her art. Angel Dust always has the chest fluff that looks like tits. Angel Dust is still male here. He's just cross-dressing all the time. Which fair, you know? It also lets Celeste's mom think that this is a straight ship. So, yeah. That was really funny. Like, you couldn't even, take 2 seconds to, read? We're gonna take 2 seconds to fucking read and see that this was not even my art? I'm not gonna give away who we think Curly is, because again, it's very circumstantial, and I don't want to throw somebody under the bus if they're not connected. I mean, we're pretty, it's like 98% sure who they are, but I still, it would just be a little, on the off chance it isn't them, I wouldn't want to do that, so their cope for this was, well, don't mind me finding more of your absolutely dreadful work to pick apart then, and I was like, how did you not notice that this wasn't my art? She went to the Switcheroo blog, she scrolled down, like, she had to scroll, like, past 4 posts to find that one. So this was one of my recent posts with my recent art in it. You know, these. Which are quick sketches, mostly. And then I had forgotten to reblog this one. So I added it in there. And I reblogged this one because people might want to know the knowledge of the design I came up with for Pearl's Prison in the AU is based on one of these shell cage pendants. And then Insane Ballerina Pearl, sketch, and finally, we get to Celeste's 4-year-old comic that I always get misattributed to. People think this comic is hilarious. So Spinel's washing the dishes with some kitchen gloves on, and she takes them off to reveal, you know, her glove hands. And the children are very confused. And I didn't even come up with this idea. One night, Celeste was just giggling maniacally and saying, Sai, I have such a dumb idea. Sai, it's so stupid. Sai, I have such a stupid idea. Oh my god, Sai. And I was like, Celeste, what are you doing? You're scaring me, Celeste. She's like, Sai, it's so stupid. So she just kept giggling and telling me she had this dumb idea until she finally, like, finished it and showed it to me. So, I always try to give her credit whenever people think I came up with this one. This was all her. It was all her. Good shot. This was all Celeste. I had nothing to do with this one. Celeste really started out as, like, a fan of mine drawing Switcheroo fan art, and then we became friends, and we've met in real life, and, you know, it's good times. She's like my protege, but I think she's maybe surpassed me at this point. It was one of her animations she did early on, too. So, I had belatedly forgotten to, reblog all of Celeste's entries to the AU when I set up this alternate account for it, so I was like, ah, fuck! I forgot all of Celeste's stuff! So I quickly reblogged all of them. So Curly just scrolled down the page, saw, like, I don't know, this panel, couldn't see somebody else's signature on every single page, couldn't notice that this isn't even my art or style, and then had a backpedal. Like, I was like, no wonder you hang out with the pony pedo. You're about on the same mental level. And apparently people in her Discord are like, oh my god, Sai is so mad, Sai is so triggered. And it's like, no, this person's just stupid and annoying. I don't think they're very active today either. I think we might have scared them. Some of my fans are scary internet sleuths.
Burb sent a super chat. Salutations, my wigga.
Oh no, now the screen, this whole stream has to be taken down because that's basically the N-word, right? Should I talk about that Twitter fight? Anyway. What was the last correspondence on that one? Oh no, it's taking forever to load. Is my internet down again? Okay. Yeah, and I said... Oh, Curly was like, well, if they seem to think you're a decent person to hang around, they probably aren't much. Don't worry, hun, there's plenty screwy with your work. And I was like, Curly, you doing this in defense of the person who wrote this?
Renegade sent a super chat. Lily's butthurt about your art cause she can't art.
She's butthurt about all art because she can't art. My theory that Lily Orchid just wants to tear down art because she doesn't understand it seems becoming, like, true. I don't know. I, like, said that as a joke, but, like... Oh, I saw the Coraline AU, Jaded. I'm probably not gonna do any, like, other videos today, though, just because my connection is so...
J. Marty sent a super chat. Sai, you can't voodoo causa.
So, yeah, this is some of the highlights I post from... the video where Sweetie Belle, Rarity's younger underage sister, is attracted to her older sister, Yeah, and she's crying to a rapist about it. So, yeah, Lily wrote Stockholm, guys. There's no way around it. I was like, I can safely say my friends and I are doing better than sweeping for a pedophilic incest fetish writer with sexual abuse allegations. I can only assume you're in good company. So, and then I think that we kept arguing about this in the replies. Like, tragic that Lily's, illiterate. I mean, Curly's illiterate. Lily's illiterate, too. Oh, we'll get to Lily in a minute, because there's another post I need to show you guys of a discovery I made. So, we kept talking to Curly about this. Somebody brought up the quote of Lily saying, I wrote a book where a 15-year-old ran off with a 38-year-old and you all thought it was lovely. And so here's what Curly said.
I find it excessively creepy how much y'all seem to keep gobbling up this content, reposting deleted works to keep reading and spreading this stuff, you know?
I said, it's not deleted, hun. It's all right there in film fiction. But would that make it okay if they were deleted? You know? So, and then what did they say to that? And then Curly went,
LMAO, wow, Sai has her creepo content on speed dial. Do you keep this stuff favorited on your desktop, top of your bookmarks bar? What a little freak!
And I said, so you agree that what Lily Orchard wrote is creepo content? The same Lily Orchard you're fail trolling for? Again, this is the new line from Lily and her fans. Yes, Stockholm is creepo child porn, but you're the weird ones for still reading it. Uh-huh. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then I kept trolling her with Regina George. Let's see.
And she goes, oh, hun, you're the one obsessed with fictional cartoon horses, not me. I could care less about fiction and even less if someone grows up, goes, actually, I don't like this and deletes it. It seems to me the problem is you.
I'm like, so you agree it's creepo content, but you're excusing it with it's fiction, and Lily deleted it and denies writing it. I think this continued in the, and I said, you just have to Google Lily Orchard Stockholm, and it's the second fucking result. The master post. So, I was like, so yes, you can excuse fictional child porn? And they were like,
I know this is hard for you to believe, but fiction? It's not real, hun. It's not real. Why are you so invested in stuff from a decade ago, girl? Aren't you like 40?
Well, yeah, I'm 40. A decade ago isn't that long to me. I was like, you're perfectly fine with hanging out with and white knighting for someone who gets off on the idea of underage sister incest? I see. And they got real quiet after that. And then this asshole came along. I think they blocked me recently, but then this other person came along also saying, you guys are the weird ones for reading Lily's child porn. Not her for writing it, but you're the weird ones for reading it. Yeah, I'm obsessed with Wani because everyone's gonna keep asking me to do voices after this. Yeah, like, I don't know how they think this makes sense. It's so strange. But I think Curly has been oddly quiet today. Yeah, they've been very quiet today. So we'll see where the Curly saga goes. Yeah, like, it's fiction doesn't excuse getting off on the idea of fucking children. I mean, hello? Hello? You know? Well, that's the other thing we noticed about Curly. Someone was like, they're pretty sure Curly is over 30. And I was like, but they talk in this woo speak, but then I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute. Only someone over 30 would do that woo stick, actually. Let me find a good... See, with these kind of, like, text emojis from, like, the early 2000s, this cute woo anime bullshit, I'm like, oh, yeah, only someone over 30 would think to talk in this, you know, spork LOL cheese random way, you know? Yeah. I speak in Uwu ironically, Kaiser. Is the difference. Shut up. Kaiser's always here to bully me. Anyway, but, I found out a couple other things. Lily used the term love map again, and I already knew this, but I did this for dramatic effect. I was like, love map, that's a strange term Lily always uses. Oh. Oh. Yeah, Lily, you might not want to use that term considering who coined it and considering they were a complete fucking fraud who used horrible experiments on children as a way to molest them. Yeah, maybe not. And speaking of Lily secretly, saying gross things, this one ask led me to an amazing discovery.
Cryohazard sent a super chat. Somebody call the Canadian police because they just admitted it. Again for the 20th time.
I'm not exactly sure what the Canadian laws can do about it exactly, because, you know, sometimes police prioritize worst cases over that sort of thing. I mean, at least in America they do. So I can't really speak on that, but people who are trying to get Lily in front of the cops can do what they will with this. So this person said, yo, I'm introducing some people to the Lily saga bit by bit, but I'm blanking on this one thing. I've scoured through the Lily files, and I'm going through your streams, but I'm hitting a wall. What show/game did Lily consume as a kid that traumatized her into watching everything pre-spoiled as a rule? And I had assumed it was Clannad, because she said it was a visual novel where the girl dies at the end. Right? So I just assumed it was Clannad. But then I started thinking about it. Because this is what Lily says. My brother and his friends made me play a really sad visual novel about a girl dying of kidney failure, and ever since then, I've had trust issues. It's also why I have a rule about going into everything pre-spoiled in general. So I was like, okay. I started Googling around to see what the fuck the girl in Clannad dies of. Because I know she dies of something, but I was like looking up Clannad, kidney failure, visual novel, blah, blah, blah. And I stumbled across this. The eponymous Kana from Kana Little Sister. The cause of her disease is clearly stated. Kidney failure. I went, huh. I looked up more about it. This game deals with the progressively more intense relationship between the siblings, which goes far beyond mere physical attraction despite the clear incestuous elements that appear later in the story. Gee, Lily. I wonder why they thought you'd like it. And I looked up more about it, too. Let me see. Where is it? Here we go. This one. So, I said, yes, I looked it up. You can bang the sister. This is all I was willing to post of it. But, yeah, you can find the whole gallery of images from this game. And you can bang the sister. And the whole game is, of course, about how fragile and weak and helpless and sick she is. It's just fetishizing, you know, taking care of a cute, fragile, sick teenage girl who you can also put your penis in, you know? So that's seven things about brother-sister incest that Lily Orchid has brought up. 2 games, 4 books, 1 movie, by my count. So, there's that. That's the Lily tea for today. Let's go back to her blog real quick, though, and see what else she's been fucking up to. And then we'll work on Wolfenite. I guess she was streaming again. She was saying that somebody told me, like, on her stream, she was saying I called Dion the F word. On my stream, which I didn't. In my Discord, I said he has an F word flop. Because that's what we called that haircut back then. I'm gay, I can say it, Lily.
Burb sent a super chat. Well, WHO could have seen this coming.
She said some shit about me and Ant recently, too. Just Google, let's just search
J.
Ant.
Marty sent a super chat. The Lily Incest Multiverse.
Well, if it isn't my old friend Incest. Alright, this one's talking about Ant being a sexual abuse survivor. And, she's still bringing up him just, like... I don't even fucking know. I don't even care about any of this. Calling Ant an alcoholic content. I mean, you know, she sent these to her fucking self. And I have to bring up Courtney again. Oh yeah, Courtney, you're a meth head again, apparently, because, you know, going, Courtney smokes weed! Courtney smokes weed! Well, I'm just making Lily look like a fucking boomer and sound like Onision, so she has to say you're a meth head now. Which, you know, just dehumanizing.
Tyler Preston sent a super chat. I've read Emergence. I've read My Chance Daily Life. But hearing what's in Stockholm is worse because of what Lily allegedly did. Just gross.
That definitely adds to it, yeah. But, like, just dehumanizing drug addicts, like, it's crazy. You know, like, even if Courtney was, like, a recovering meth addict, calling her a junkie tweaker would be so fucking rude and wrong, you know? So, but she isn't, to clarify. Oh yeah, this one, which I haven't answered yet. I wanted to answer this one. So, Lily doesn't watch our videos, but she knows what our criticisms of her points are, apparently. Yeah, that's a little hypocritical, isn't it? Yeah, I'll probably be posting about this shit after stream. Oh, we're emotionally manipulative now, apparently. No, and because trans misogyny is popular, Lily, this ain't gonna work for you. It didn't work for Keffels. It didn't work for Ava Chris Tyson. It didn't work for anybody else. You know, nobody gives a shit you're trans. Lots of people are trans, especially online in nerd circles. So, like, this isn't gonna work. You were a piece of shit before you transitioned. You were still the same piece of shit after you transitioned. You can't polish a turd, Lily. Your identity literally doesn't matter. You'd still be the same shitty person. You could change your whole identity tomorrow and you'd still be the same shitty person. Oh yeah, this one. So Vosh was found with lolly and horse porn in his computer. Cy wrote a 14-year-old girl was seduced and not raped, and Ant is running rape defense. Yeah, cause me talking about what literally happens in Utena is the same as Vouch having a fucking folder full of lollies sucking horse cock. Keffels left the internet? Good. She should. She grifted her fans out of like $100,000 and spent it all on drugs and is an absolute piece of shit who grooms teenagers. Get off the internet. Anything else funny Lily said recently? I was going to be more prepared before my internet started fucking melting down. Oh, I think this is the one I was looking for. No, this was the... Nah. Oh, this was the one I was looking for. Whenever I see someone make... Wait. Is this a sock? No avatar. I mean, you have to make an account to send anons now. But no avatar... I didn't mean to follow them. I want to see who they're following. No avatar, no nothing. Totally isn't a sock, though, you guys. Totally. Whenever I see someone make a video about you in response to your opinion on a piece of media, the title is usually something along the lines of Lily Orchid doesn't get X. Lily Orchid doesn't understand Pokemon, Steven Universe, Satana, anime, etc. It's as if they can't fathom that you can get the things that they like, but still dislike it, or dislike parts of it in the case of Pokemon. They unironically use the pretentious, nah, you don't get it, dude, and expect to be taken seriously. I also think misogyny plays a part in it, too. That Anthony guy who made the response video to your Pokemon retrospective was just talking down to you and treating you like you've never played a Pokemon game before. Maybe because you acted like you never played a fucking Pokemon game before. I don't even play Pokemon, and I can still follow what my fans who do were saying about you getting shit wrong. It was like, literally like, ow, I treated my Pokemon terribly. Why isn't it like a game mechanic that will affect the story? Because they decided it wouldn't be, Lily. Get over it. Why isn't this game like a completely different game? Was most of her complaints. Yeah, Lily ain't one to talk about misogyny. You seem to, like, see that the existence of female showrunners... Anthony is a misogynist. It's been pointed out by many people. He throws scorn at sexual abuse survivors. He's extremely passive-aggressive to women who have suffered rape or incest. He hates it when trans women scold him. He's had trans women on his podcast. And... he is also an abuse survivor. And he's never been passive-aggressive to me. We have great conversations. You know?
That one middle-aged weeb got caught in 4K bitching about me not understanding Utena and turned around and claimed that Utena was in love with Akio.
She was, Lily! They go on like 5 dates! Yeah, but she's the one who's gone from, I watched Utena as a kid and I can't watch it anymore because there's abuse. No, I totally understand Utena. Rebecca Sugar didn't get it. No, I don't need to watch 30 episodes of a brown girl getting tortured. Like, she can't make up her mind whether she's actually fucking watched it or not, which she hasn't. So, yeah. You think she would talk more about the incest in Utena if she actually fucking watched it? There's like 3 incestuous sibling couples. Well, I guess Nanami doesn't actually
J.
count,
Marty
but...
sent a super chat. June's video can't come soon enough.
I know. October's gonna be great, guys! I'm getting Dragon Age Veilguard and June's video! It's like Christmas and Halloween! Anyway...
This is what the media literacy bitch fest has always been about. You can't argue their actual points. You treat them like an idiot who just doesn't get it.
I do argue your actual points, Lily. How would you know? You claim you don't watch my videos. You claim you misgender me and Ant because you don't watch our videos. And then you act like you know what all of our points were. It is The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is also like one of my favorite things. I've been a fan of Nightmare since I was 10. I was actually a child when it came out. I remember distinctly my mother telling me it was a new movie about Halloween monsters taking over Christmas.
Super chat. It's cause Lily has no idea what she's talking about. Like ever.
No, you're correct. Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, I remember when I was really little, my mom was like, there's this new movie out by the guy who made Beetlejuice, and it's about Halloween monsters taking over Christmas. And little me was like, I need to see this! Anyway...
Swampling LVR sent a super chat. Did you see the crap Lily was saying about Full Metal Alchemist?
I can't even deal with that. She's like,
I don't want to watch children getting torn apart.
okay. But she says she doesn't want to watch children getting torn apart, but then she says FMA is too melodramatic for her to take seriously. Did you watch 2003? Because that would be a symptom of watching 2003. I want to watch Brotherhood. Even Brotherhood cuts out a little too much from the manga for my taste, but... They should not have skipped the Usual Minds episode. I know 2003 did it, but you can't skip the Usual Mind episodes. It's where May shows up and where Yoki shows up. Damn it. Though the 1920s silent film flashback to the episode that never happened in Brotherhood, where Yoki's telling his backstory, is pretty fucking funny, I must admit. And anyway... So, meanwhile, my take was the show had an undercurrent of the Master's tools will never dismantle the Master's house. Given Utena tries to win Anthe in a competition to protect her and fails because the game was rigged from the start. Yeah, why was it rigged from the start, Lily? Is it because Anthe is in on everything and Anthe knows what's going on and Anthe controls the duels? Why is this so hard to understand? Anthe controls the duels! But of course, she still thinks Anthe is helpless, and you know, she's like James Temerton. She thinks Anthe is helpless and has no will of her own, and is just, you know, abused and isn't participating in any of this. Which, if you watch the fucking show, is completely untrue. If you watch Utena and then go back and on a second watch through, pay really close attention to Anthe, you can see she is constantly fucking with everyone else in the show. She is constantly fucking with the duelists. On purpose. All the time. She's extremely passive-aggressive. This is the only way she can act out. You know, she's just stuck in the situation and has resigned herself to it. I don't think Anthe even thinks anyone around her is a real person. You know? But Utena embodied the spirit of Dios, the prince, and that sort of awoken Anthe out of her complacent haze and gave her a spark of hope that the thing she's been seeking could exist in this person who is Utena. I mean, even at the end, she tries to say, like, you can't be my prince because you're a girl, but the point was, it's not a prince that Anthe needs, because princes are bullshit. But Utena still embodies the ideal people think of when they think of, like, a fairy tale prince or childhood nobility. That's what it's fucking about.
J. Marty sent a super chat. Lily with Utena is just the Family Guy insists upon itself conversation. Cocker Human Abelover sent a super chat. Did we cover Brett's interesting Nina theory / discovery?
Oh, I actually don't know what that's a reference to. I've been kind of, like, busy lately, so I haven't been keeping up with that everybody in the Lily sphere is doing. Britt might have even posted it in my Discord, but it's so poppin' in there now, I can't, like, keep up with it. I had to make mods, finally. Like, I didn't want to have to moderate the Discord too heavily, but, like, it's too much for me now. So I approached a bunch of people who I know are pretty trustworthy and who are there a lot, and was like, hey, you guys just want to be mods to help me, like, clean up shit when things go wrong, you know? I don't think Lily's a high school dropout, but I think she was fast-tracked and just handed a diploma to get rid of her. And that's what Courtney says anyway. Oh, well, Jade, and the thing is, Anthe is always being stabbed by the swords at all times. She exists in, like, 3 different states, basically. She's the suffering witch being stabbed by swords. She's the lifeless rose bride doll that everybody thinks they're manipulating. And she's the one sleeping in the coffin. So Anthe kind of exists on 3 planes of existence in Utena. Again, you really can't take the show literally. You can't approach it on a literal level at all, because it's not there. it's not there. It is very postmodern. I'll give James Somerton that. Utena is postmodern, just not in the ways he thinks it is. So... Oh yeah, and this one...
Spoolie sent a super chat. We gotta pull up that one video of that wizard yelling I groom minors.
I don't know about that one. You guys are telling me all sorts of shit. I don't like postmodernism, no, but, like, Utena is inescapably a postmodern work, but it's not, like I said in my Somerton video, which the cut will be out soon. I'm, like, on the last leg of it. I'm, like, on the last 20 minutes of it. Somerton seemed to think, like, Ikuhara opened a book on postmodernism and looked at the common symbols and said, I'm gonna do all of these things so I can make a postmodern work. No. He made his vision, and he directed all the other people working on it toward his vision, and it happens to be postmodernist.
Starvolt Nexus sent a super chat. Anthe makes magic curry to watch the chaos.
Yeah, she probably did that on purpose. I think the whole curry body swap episode was just Ikuhara was like, surprise the audience! And that's what they came up with. Curry that is so spicy it explodes and makes you swap bodies. Makes sense. That episode is so weird. Anyway, you're stalkers. Let people write what they want. You Puritan aunties are cringe. Don't read. Also them. Check out this totally gross fic. Oh, think of the children. Hypocrite. We must condemn Lily for it. Ignores the fact that people can change their minds. It was made 10 years ago. Never underestimate the power of trans girl. Bad. Well, did you change your mind, Lily? You have never disavowed Stockholm. You went from saying, I wrote it and I'm proud I wrote it, to I wrote it, but it was the other person who wrote it with me who did all the problematic stuff, to trolls added in all the problematic stuff to make me look bad, to I didn't even write it, Josh Scorcher just found a random fanfic and said I wrote it, to what's Stockholm, to telling KP it's about shooting pedophiles in the head as a on-the-spot excuse. Like, but you've never disavowed it. You've never said it was wrong for me to have written this. You never said I was in a dark place and this was wrong and gross and I'm in therapy now to get over it. You never said that. Yeah, I do think Anthe is a failed revolutionary girl in a sense, because she tried to protect the prince instead of the prince protecting her, and she was punished for it. But again, that's my interpretation. Utena is very interpretatable, but you can still get things wrong if you're just, like, ignoring the text, which a lot of people do, because they've only ever seen Utena through aesthetic mood boards on Tumblr and have never actually fucking watched the show. They just think it's like, sword lesbians! Utena and Anthe are in love against all odds, and they're fighting the patriarchy, and it's like, that's really not what it's about. And it was also made 30 years ago in Japan by primarily men, so keep that in mind, please. I also love how Lily said, oh, Sailor Moon does it better, and it's like, it's the same fucking director and writers, you goddamn idiot. And also she says she only watches dub, so was she watching the version where Michiru and Haruka were cousins, according to the dub? Did you like it better because they're lesbian cousins in the dub, Lily? Anyway. What was this thing Britt was talking about, though? Let's go to Britt's blog real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Something about Nina? Yeah, Tyler, you can view Utena as a deconstruction of fairy tales as well, because it's like, if you take this fairy tale logic of there always has to be a prince to save princesses and all girls are princesses, where does that logically go in the real world? You know? Oh, right. So, I think Britt was talking about performative outrage, saying she doesn't like violence against children.
Sent a super chat. I sent the funny wizard video to you through Discord.
Okay, let me see. Thank you for the super chat, too. I have Discord closed at the moment, so... I hope she didn't get off on the idea of a young girl being fused with a dog. I really hope. But yeah, throughout her new Korra video, whenever it gets up, because she keeps getting content ID'd, throughout her new Korra video, she keeps using the term Riona, which is a very specific term for, like, Guro shit. And people have theorized that she picked it up from, Old Newgrounds. Oh, yeah, okay. That was the post we were... Oh, it's the Worthy Kids. It's the Worthy Kids animation.
I grew minors! This is where my Discord got doxed on 4chan. Glue Gank!
I see, it's a redub.
Groomers alike come to groom! We don't need age verification because we want minors here so we can tickle their foreskins and touch their forceps. Major groom? Take my spiked drink so I can groom you. Yes.
Master Clockwork sent a super chat. I'm afraid Lily is going to look at the Ranma half remake and have the world's hottest take.
Oh no. People are gonna be so weird about Ranma half coming out in this day and age. They're gonna be so fucking weird about how many posts are there gonna be about how Ranma is a gender fluid icon. Probably. It was made in the 80s. Amara and Michelle. Yeah, that was their names on the dub, right? Yeah, I love how, like, they tried to hide that Haruka and Michiru are lovers by just making them cousins. But then every American kid was like, why are these cousins clearly fucking each other? You know, I've probably made that joke before. You guys will hear all my repetitive jokes when I finally do make an archive of the weekly art stream. It's been very requested that I do this. So we found a middle ground where basically I'm gonna like unlist the art stream from week to week, but put them in a playlist on my front page. So then anyone who wants to rewatch them can, but then I don't have to have it cluttering up my live section. See, a lot of trans people love Ranma half. Okay, well, that's fair, but still, I mean, it was written in a different time, and people are gonna be weird about it. I just know they are, you know? But, I mean, Ranma isn't exactly the most not problematic series in the world either. You know, again, it was made in the 80s, but, you know, I'm a big fan of Rumiko Takahashi. She was definitely one of my big art influences. Anyway, let's work on Wolfenite now, huh? So enough Lily slander, unless something else comes up. I think that's all I wanted to show you guys for today. Let me get on the right fucking layer here now so we can try to work on a new portrait for her. Oh, was I drawing it on the same layer? I guess I was. Want to feel old, you're 20. God, no. My favorite gag in Ranma is when, Ryoga, who has no sense of direction, and Moose, who is completely nearsighted, both have to figure out how to get off a mountain together. It goes about as well as you think it would. But yeah, I mean, that's another one of the problematic things. You have two characters who are like Chinese stereotypes and their names are Shampoo and Moose. It's like, that might not fly very well today, but okay. So, oh, you have another comic for me to dub now? Let's see here. I dubbed it at the beginning of the stream, Kaiser. I'll send them the clip later. I did it first thing because, they asked me to. I wanted to make it easy to find. After all my fucking connection problems, of course. We seem to have at least... We seem to be good now. It's been dipping a little bit again still, but... I still don't know what to do about that. Except either move the modem in here... or get a booster or something, but it hasn't been a problem before now. I don't... Oh yeah, wasn't there an Inuyasha sequel? I don't know why you'd want a sequel to a show that was already like 500 fucking episodes, but okay. I did read a lot of Inuyasha back in the day too. Like, it was like coming out new when I was in high school. It's been buffering? Okay. Yeah, I might have to fuck with Twitch, because like I said, I made Twitch the secondary stream now instead of the primary stream, because obviously, I don't know, I guess I'm just mostly a YouTuber now, so, but Twitch lets us throw tomatoes. So hopefully on the Dragon Age stream tomorrow, it'll be fucking better, so... I wanted to be like a little surprised. Little unsure. It's kind of what the comic's gonna be like too. It's gonna be the first time they fuse, and it was probably by accident. And it's not gonna go completely well. But I want Jasper to eventually have a happy fusion. I think it's a little bit more like Spinel's body, which might be fitting, actually. Yes, you're right, I admitted to being a YouTuber. This is my latest scandal. I suppose I could just talk about the other, Twitter argument while I draw. So, recently I had a big blow-up on Twitter because some idiot called me a wigga because I say homie sometimes. And I said, I'm hardly a wigga, dude. And then a bunch of, like, teenagers flew out of the woodwork going, you can't say that! Wigga is almost the N-word! And I was like, the fuck you talking about? Wigga is like old fucking slang from the early 2000s to describe middle-class white boys who very poorly emulated hip-hop culture. Like, no one even says it anymore because that phenomenon is basically over. But, like, so someone calls me a wigga, but I'm not allowed to say it back because I'm an old white woman, I guess. Even though it was, like, common fucking slang back in, like, 2005. You know? And nobody cared. I'm going back to pigtails. I'm going back to lumpy pigtails, but I took a lot of everybody's, like, design elements they came up with and kind of just smushed them all together, and I think I'm really happy with this. So, it is a super old term. We also had wanksta, but that one didn't persist as much. But yeah, I did explain this before, how we went from, like, wigga, to Wapanese, to weeaboo, to weeb, you know? It's not going on still, John Doe, but, like, well, there's still some people referencing it. Like, there's some people in, like, the YouTube comments now saying, did you know Psy basically said the N-word on Twitter? And it's like, these little woke skulls are so fucking retarded. I can't wait till they go back to school and they have homework to do and they can't be on Twitter. I still love the ones that are always like, why are you, a 40-year-old, talking to teenagers on Twitter? And I was like, why are you, a teenager, on Twitter? And they always go, the sign-up age is 13, I'm allowed to be here. And it's like, well, don't bitch then when you toddle up to an adult and talk shit to them and then get shit talked back like an adult. Then, you know? Where are your parents? Do they know that you are on Twitter starting fights with grown-ups? They might want to know about that. Like, watch your fucking kids. She says it every morning. She calls me Wigga. She calls the chat Wigga. She calls herself Wigga all the time. Wigga this, Wigga that, Wigga please. Yeah. But like, that's the hell of it. Now they're like saying, Sai calls people Wiggas. I was like, I got called a Wigga. And all I said back was, I'm hardly a Wigga. So if you're insisting that Wigga is a slur, then the only person called a slur was me. And then they go, oh, you think you were called a slur? You think you're oppressed, huh? And then I go, well, I'm like, I am a minority, you know, I'm a fucking lesbian. You dipshits. You know? Like, this one kid was basically saying because he's a minority, I have to listen to him on this. Like, I'm black, and if I say wig is a slur, then it's a slur. I'm like, well, I'm a lesbian, so if I say queer is a slur, then it's a slur, right? And like, no, it doesn't work that way for you! And then they all started saying, like, Sai thinks because she's a minority, people have to listen to her. She thinks she's a minority. I was like, I was showing how stupid that person's fucking argument was, you fucking idiots. There was one guy, oh my god, he was basically, like, crying. Let me look this up, because this was actually really funny. This dude was basically crying for days because he couldn't convince me that I'm racist and should be ashamed of myself. And like, oh, 20,000 people liked that quote tweet of you out of context. All these people think you're racist. And I was like, I really don't care what Twitter thinks, dude. I really don't. Ratios have never mattered. People are gonna fucking forget about this in a goddamn week. But then they started bringing up other old stuff people bitched at me for, like, ow, you edited someone's screenshot edit of Emily from Hell of a Boss. That makes you racist because you made the skin tone something more sensible that matches the fucking show. So, I don't know, these people are just fucking crazy. They're like, oh, the Afterlife characters in the Helliverse being pale means you're making black characters ashy, and that's racist. It's like, but that's not even the intent. Like... Like, just because something maybe looks problematic if you stand on your head and spin around a few times and squint doesn't mean that it actually is. You know? Christ. I can't even find this guy's shit. Maybe he blocked me. I can't even find this guy's messages now. Or maybe there's just been too many messages since then. I know that
Clockwork sent a super chat. Just don't call me a Karen.
Yeah, I started saying okay Zoomer to these little woke schooled Zoomers because they act just like boomers and it pisses them off just as easily. Because remember when Karens were trying to say that Karen was like the N-word for white women? You're that stupid. I can't find it, but yeah, this kid was crying at me for days, like saying, look how many favorites that tweet talking about you got. All these people think you're bad. You should feel bad. Like, nobody likes you. It was like schoolyard shit. Like, nobody likes you. Yeah, so... But like I said, like, Wicca isn't even, like, a term anyone really uses that much anymore. Because the phenomenon it described is over. Bitch, Wigga. Wigga, have you lost your mind? Wigga, check that hoe. Wigga, bullshit. Wigga, break yourself, Wigga. She says it so much I don't even notice it anymore. Last week on stream, Sai says in chat, can a Wigga borrow a super chat? And my first thought was, oh my god, oh my god, she said it. She said the W word. It was, now how is a Wigga gonna borrow a super chat? Wigga, is you gonna give it back? But yeah, like, we got boomers and we got zoomers and we got the millennials in between who are just exhausted with both of them. You know, like, these kids really don't understand that they're like 1 million moms with blue hair dye. They don't understand that they're exactly like the Christian media watchdogs of the 90s who wanted to censor everything and would just make up bullshit about why something was bad. You know, like, and it's all just a social clout game. It's so dumb. Yeah.
JMRT sent a super chat. Size pretty fly for a white guy.
That song was making fun of Wiggers, yes. All the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy. He may not have a clue and he may not have style, but everything he lacks, well, he makes up in denial. It's still a good song, damn it. But yeah, this whole game of like, you can't say that because it's almost a problematic word is like, would you just like, get a hobby? Go touch grass. Go talk to people in real life. Get out of these Discord servers where everyone is just like constantly waiting for other people to screw up so they can like go, you're racist, you're this, you're that, you know, and just like fucking like cancel each other. It's like a cult almost. Like if you step out of line just a little bit, you will be shunned and excommunicated and you'll be the new enemy of the week. You know, like it's like, how do you live like that? It must be stressful. I know it's not all Zoomers. I know. A lot of Zoomers are based. I know a lot of based Zoomers. I watch a lot of based Zoomers on YouTube. But, like, God, it really is like a... Yeah, it really is like a young Zoomer and Gen Alpha thing. This whole weird puritanical nonsense that they don't know enough about history to know that they're just repeating it. Like, one kid got really mad at me for saying... People like you would be the people reporting on their neighbors during the Red Scare. And then somebody answered me with like, Sai, don't be mean. You know they're not old enough to know what the Red Scare was. So yeah. I think I'm definitely going with the claw hands here. I'm sure Curly's gonna come by and tell me the bulky hands are bad anatomy, even though this is a fucking fusion and they're supposed to look weird. You'd rather eat grass than... Eat glass, rather. Yeah, you... I don't know, like, I'm not gonna pretend that I don't like debating people. I clearly do. I really like stupid internet arguments, you know me. There was one person who was, like, pretending to be a fan. I love when people do that. They pretend to be a fan who's now disappointed. Like, that's gonna affect me somehow. Like, I just put out my content. You like it or you don't, you know, whatever. But this person was like... What did he say? He was like, oh, I like your content, but you're so annoying on Twitter. And I said, oh, well. And then they, like, launched into this, like, whole thing that pretty much proved they were never a fan in the first place. And they were just trying to, like, shame me or something. I don't know. But, like, it was like... Nothing pisses them off more than when I'm apathetic.
Tyler Preston sent a super chat. Where the funk are your parents? I'm calling CPS.
Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, like... That's like when the Zoomers really start annoying me. That's usually my go-to. Like, where are your parents? Go do your homework. Go clean your room. You know, go outside, play with a kite. I don't know.
Keep Talkin' sent a super chat. Every time someone acts like that, I imagine them popping a blood vessel from anger.
Yeah, they're just like so mad that I don't play their game. Like, now you should be rushing to defend yourself against my baseless accusations. It's like, well, they're fucking baseless accusations. Baseless accusations. Who the fuck are you? Like, I don't know where people get the self-importance where, like, they have the same, again, they're like Karens. They're like a Karen writing to the corporate office in anger. You know, they're like Grandpa Simpson on his typewriter writing to the networks about how mad he is about something, you know? They think they're so fucking important. Well, Lily buys into this mode of behavior, I think, Courtney. This weird little zoomy mode of behavior. Probably to appeal to the kids today, you know? I'll tell you something, I was so happy when people started joining the Discord and I realized a lot of them were like 20 or over, because if I had just a Discord full of teenagers, I don't know what I was gonna do. I was very nervous about that. I was like, oh god, don't let me get stuck with a bunch of kids. What am I gonna do? I don't want to be like, I don't want to pretend to be like Mr. Beast and put on like a false show to like appeal to everybody. Oh, Sabine is still trying. Oh, Sabine. It seems like you're running on empty these days, Sabine. Why don't you just like fucking chill out and just hang out with us like a normal person? Again, Sabine, I was willing to let you stay in the Discord that last time you got banned. I gave you a chance and you blew it. Oh well. You could have just hung out and been chill like fucking Mechanic. I probably would have left you in the Lily Thunderdome on a probation like I did him, but... Okay, yeah, I like this leg shape. I'm gonna make her feet look a little woofy as well. Gone full fucking furry with this. Speaking of furry, I just got a message from Cougar. I gotta finish a thumbnail for him after stream. And I gotta work on something for Ant, too, that's been a little delayed since all the copyright bullshit. And I'm working extra at work. God, that was annoying. Lily really had a copyright strike me at the most fucking annoying time for me. Like, I was at work. It was my work week is basically Friday through Sunday. I was working extra that week. I think I was working Thursday that week, too. My grandmother had an accident during all that. Like, it was like the busiest fucking week that Lily had to fucking do this. And then it was all pointless anyway, and all she got out of it was a confirmation of my real name. Ooh, which wasn't even that hard to find to begin with. And none of you fucking even care anyway. Sabine dropped like my full docs in Discord and nobody gave a shit. So I had to give up. Like, oh no, you know the swamp where I live now. What are you gonna do? Fly out here and punch me? Yeah, I'm thinking like thick thighs, skinny calves. No, because I'm kind of like balancing her out between Jasper and Spinel's bodies. I know, God. Yeah, I was like, geez, Lily, while you're doing all this bullshit to me, I've had to like help take care of my 98-year-old grandmother who fell because she was trying to move a chair by herself because she's very stubborn. Kind of runs in the family. No, Lily wouldn't know being in contact with and having to help family, I suppose. Although, of course, Lily brags about being in contact with her, See, this is why I did the voice acting early in stream. You hear my neighbor's fucking lawnmower out there now? I saw his riding mower out there, and I knew he was gonna start it up again at some point. Hopefully when I do get a better microphone, it'll pick up less shit from the outside. I'm looking at roads right now. So, a lot of them have built-in, like, sound dampening shit. Because I was talking to my brother, like, what could I get that's kind of idiot-proof that'll make me sound good? You know? Skrilly, you're surprised that stubbornness runs in my family? Yeah. Thick thighs all come down to what's this fusion going to do? Will she be saving lives? He's just a...
Mystic Blue sent a super chat. Sabine using Zillow to dox.
Basically. I was like, who the fuck cares? I don't think any of you are gonna bother to come out here and axe murder me, so... Yeah, my lawn's already done, so... Well, Sabine apparently doesn't have Lily as a leader anymore. Sabine was allegedly banned from her Discord for doxing me, but I kinda doubt that. You're an anti-lawn guy. Okay, that's fair. In my defense, Theora, I do have a lot of, like, wild stuff growing in my yard. Actually, my barberry plant from the front yard started growing in the backyard. I think some birds pooped out the seeds, and I just left it there. I just nourished it. I had tiger lilies until a deer apparently jumped into my yard and ate them. I went out there one day, all the tiger lilies are snipped off. I was like, well, a bunny couldn't have done this, and I'm looking around, and there's trampled plants, and there's obviously deer poop, and I was like, what the fuck deer is jumping my fence to come eat my tiger lilies? Gonna fix the angle here a little bit. Yes. Should maybe be a little off balance, because she's going to be. A dear friend was Nokotad. I don't think I get that reference. I don't know, Sabine seems kind of lonely. That's why I was willing to let them stay in the Discord if they could be fucking chill. But nope. Poor Sabine can only get attention by being annoying. And being an edgelord. Sabine claimed to be the Princess of Darkness, everyone. Aren't you intimidated? You almost hit a deer on a mountain? Oh god! Deer can lack a lot of self-preservation when it comes to cars. Yeah, shiver your timbers and shit your pants, because the Princess of Darkness is in the chat, guys. Yeah, Sabine, did you run out of money? How come you're not giving me super chats anymore? Aren't you gonna pay me $5 to call me a cow? Like the good old days. Oh, Courtney, you scared away my meal ticket? I'm kidding. Maybe the arm shouldn't be that long. I didn't really give them a dip at the thumb on the other sketch there. Maybe I should still try that. Be funny to grab it.
What deer is jumping my fence and eating my tiger lilies?
There you go. It's the Psy voice hour. If I become an internet voice actor, it's gonna be so weird. Like, for a little while when I was a kid, I wanted to be a voice actor, then I kind of, like, gave up on that because I can't act very well, and I'm a little mush-mouthed. I can't always pronounce things correctly. Sabine's awful quiet. Maybe Sabine's getting out their wallet so they can give me some more money. I don't think I've ever seen a piebald deer, but when I was, like, staying in England for a while, this was, like, almost 20 years ago, I was staying in England for a while, and I was looking out the window, and I saw a pygmy deer, but I didn't recognize what it was at first, and I was like, what the fuck is that thing out there? I was looking at, like, a farm field through the window, and I was like, that's a weird-looking dog. I eventually realized it was a pygmy deer. They're so weird and fuzzy. The deer was Sabine all along, you're right. Sabine's been following me since 2005. I was in Windsor, I think, at the time. Or near Windsor. Yes, Silor. Yes, Silor, I've actually been to England. Been to London. That's part of England, obviously. I've been to Scotland and France. That was all the same trip, though. I did get to go to the Louvre, though. That was cool. Do I have any British delicacies? Yeah, that's a fucking oxymoron, isn't it? I did have iron brew in Scotland, though. That was pretty exotic. I don't think I got to try a fried Mars bar. Maybe I tried a little bit of one. I don't really remember. I just remember Edinburgh being really cool. Nice, quiet, peaceful city. I do remember I ordered a sandwich with bacon on it and then belatedly realized that bacon is different in the UK. That Sounds alright. I can still take a big slab of ham. I love my ham. Oh yeah, like the bus system in Edinburgh was great. You could just walk everywhere. I was like, God damn, why don't we have this in the United States? I know why though, because the car companies made sure we didn't. I'm still not happy with the arms, damn it. I might just erase and start over. I might save this sketch just in case. That's right, this is on the same layer as the other sketch. Just copy, paste. I don't know, I just get paranoid and keep my old sketches around, but no, I still want to be able to see that one. Okay, let's put these onto separate. Okay, hopefully this song doesn't get nailed. For whatever reason, just Island to Thyself on the Hawaii soundtrack gets nailed for content ID. I don't know why. Not enough to take down the video, just not, so I don't get monetized. That's right, you give me super chats, it's fine. I don't need monetization. No, it's the same pork, but like bacon everywhere outside the US is not crispy. It's like a thick slab of ham. It's not like crispy strips like we do here. No, Sabine's talked a couple of times, but Sabine seems to be very low energy today. You feeling okay, Sabine? Gas tank's a little empty. Alright, I need to add the skirt back on, too. I don't know why he keeps, like, taking these innocuous comments and blocking them. YouTube moderation. Back bacon? I don't know, I don't think I've ever, like, not liked the way ham is prepared. Or pork is prepared. Sabine's just been weekly fail trolling. And not giving me super chats. Ugh. That, maybe. Just add a little flair. Yeah, we're all concerned about Sabine now, everybody. You think Sabine is a trust fund? I still laugh. I still laugh when Sabine, at Sabine posting a mediocre car that wasn't even theirs. When I just made a joke about, show us your, like, cool car and your fat stacks because you're so successful. That was the height of comedy right there. Bunch of cops aim their guns inside. I stopped by shouting, "Hold your fire! This woman isn't Wigga!" Okay, YouTube also just blocked cheeky twat as a phrase. Maybe the legs are a little too long. I do have my tablet at kind of a weird angle right now. Might be fucking me up a little bit. Shorten those a little bit. I'm still not over it. Why is everyone surprised that I own a car? I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. Of course I have to drive everywhere. It's Marco. We just pretty much have to have cars. If I tried to ride a bicycle, I'd probably kill myself. I've always been really bad at riding bikes. Yeasty twat. No, I think it's the word twat, Courtney, that it keeps, the automod keeps hitting. Have, like, the basic lowest automod on, and it's still so, like, it's still like, oh, pro clutchy. My car may be full of empty cans. Yes, I did say Damien was my spirit animal once again on that detail, where he just has a bunch of empty cola cans in his car. I need to clean my car. I said to myself, I'm not gonna let this car get dirty, and then I did. Alright. What's on Discord now? Maybe. I don't know, though. I also don't want to make her too over-designed. That's the thing. This is what Skrill is suggesting right now. Oh my god, stop saying twat, you guys. The automod keeps catching it. I have to keep, Lily's caught in 4K calling me that thing. She's already called me it. Lily has already basically said, I can dehumanize my critics because they're all just subhuman. But you know, the split second anyone ever did that to her, she would just be crying about it for like weeks. Like, oh, see, this is transphobia. They're calling me it and a thing. But it's okay when you do it to other people, huh? Oh, she says everything is transphobia. She says people calling her fucking opinions stupid is transphobia. It's like, got nothing to do with it. We're not quite doing the scorpion hair, but, like, the hands could maybe make that shape. No, sorry, Jaden. I'm not gonna play any videos today.
Keep Talkin' sent a super chat. Sabine is a silly little goober.
Yeah. There we go. Maybe more like... Give these more structure here. Twat or tot. Oh, that didn't get caught. Yeah, Lily calling a lesbian subhuman. That sure is problematic. I love when I start turning the logic of like Twitter people on themselves, and they don't realize what I'm doing, and they think I'm serious, and they get so mad, and it's really funny. Like, Lily constantly bitches about, oh, Twitter is such a cesspool, but she acts exactly like the people on there. Okay, yeah, if I'm gonna do that, that other arm's gonna be a little longer. Hopefully by next stream, I will have this design fucking done, and we'll be working on the comic. I know I said that last time, and I know I say a lot of things, guys, but... And I think tonight, I'll go through and, Oh, thank you for coming. I think tonight I'll go through and start making the playlist of the art stream archive. Because before, what I was gonna do was just, like, use YouTube to edit down some of the VODs, like I did for that one where I was talking about Lily and Ethel. I guess I'll just put that in the playlist, because that was technically a stream. But then you lose the rest of the stream that way. So I'll just go back to, like, making separately uploaded clips when I want to. And then I can start digging through the old stuff, too, for, like, funny bits I could make into videos. Or I could hire somebody else to do that, you know? I know Malcolm knows an editor who was looking for some work, and I'm like, you know, if they just want to go through and make, like, a bunch of short clips and shorts for me out of, like, anything interesting, like, hey, like, week to week, would you like to just go through my streams and pluck out anything that could be a good short or a good clip and just put that together for me, and I'll pay you whatever, you know? I'm really gonna have to start thinking about an editing team. I gotta approach my brother again. I want to send him the VOD of the sibling video, which unfortunately I don't have a good recording of. The audio got fucked on the recording for some reason. So now that I can download the video from fucking YouTube again, I might send it to him and say, hey, you want to edit this for me? I'll pay you. I think you can make a profit off of a fan-made comic. It's, like, you guys have to remember, like, fan art, though, is technically illegal. Like, making money off fan art is technically illegal. It's just that you're not worth suing most of the time. But if you start, like, really making big bucks off of like, a fan project, you could get nailed by the original company, you know? So, copyright law is kind of shit and really only protects big companies and not individuals. And if the copyright system in the United States had never been fucked with, everything for 30 years, no matter what. But of course, Disney kept kept lobbying the government to get longer and longer extensions, and now copyright law is just freaking ridiculous. Like, I think it's like, now it's like the original creator's lifetime plus 70 years before something goes to public domain, which is just ridiculous. And the hell of it is, Disney made most of their early successes off of public domain fairy tales and public domain books like Peter Pan and The Little Mermaid, you know? So it's a little hypocritical that Disney then turns around and says, no, you can't let any of our stuff go public domain, ever. You know, like, it's... When I was younger, I used to be like, yeah, this is good, so everything I make will be owned for like 70 years, and it's like, nowadays, now that I've grown up and see there's more nuance and seeing the power of transformative work, I'm kind of like, yeah, this is kind of bullshit, you know? This is actually kind of bullshit. And maybe copyright doesn't matter as much as we think it does, and I'm glad Disney is dying. I hope it dies sooner. I hope it dies faster. Sabine, you're saying Lily is an inspiration, but didn't she ban you? Why are you still, like, so loyal? Even though she banned you, unless you just think you're trolling. Like, I'm not offended if you're gonna say, oh, Lily Orchard's great. Of course, all of her stupid-ass fans think that. Yeah, that's why it was a meme where when Steamboat Willie went public domain, but only Steamboat Willie. The gloved Mickey Mouse is still property of Disney. So you can draw Mickey without gloves, and it's public domain, but you can't draw Mickey with gloves. You'll get sued. Are the hands too big now? I don't know. I'm trying to push this more. It's 4 o'clock now. We'll probably go a little longer today. I've been doing kind of short art streams, and I'm feeling pretty good today. Steamboat Willie becoming public domain is one of the funniest ways to celebrate 100 years of Disney. Well, it's better than fucking Wish, I suppose. God, Wish was so bad. You were like, size and inspiration. Take that, Sabine. Opinions on the current state of the animation industry. It's all pretty fucked right now. You know, like, companies basically have all the IP on lockdown. So, like, the individual like, if Warner Discovery wanted to, like, do something with Steven Universe without Rebecca Sugar and Ian Jones-Cordy, they could. You know? I would love them to be able to buy back the rights to their own work. But that's kind of a pipe dream. Like, IP is king right now. I was watching a really good video the other day by a small channel. And let me bring it up real quick. It was like a super good video. Yeah, it was this one. This is a video by Media Influence called No One Cares Anymore, the death of the movie star. This is a good fucking video. He really lays out the way in which the traditional movie star really isn't a concept anymore, and it's all about, like, recognizable brands and recognizable IPs. But he also talks about how in the golden age of Hollywood, movie stars kind of were the IP, and they were always contracted to a specific studio instead of being able to independently contract with different studios. It's a really, really solid video, and I think this guy only has, like, what? Like, yeah, 2.67k subscribers, so he definitely needs more. Go check out Media Influence. But I do like how the YouTube algorithm is, like, recommending smaller channels like this. I find so many people just through recommendations like this, you know? Like, super small channel, but it got recommended to me because I've been watching a lot of movies on Media and on Disney, and it just appeared in my recommended, and I watched it. It was really fucking good, so I subscribed. And that's how it should work. So anyway. No, I don't think Sabine's ready to come back to Discord. Sabine was only allowed on Discord if they can behave, and they'd still be locked in the Lily Thunderdome. I don't know, I feel like in the next decade, we're really gonna see the landscape of entertainment change a lot. I did want her to be a little more surprised. Maybe this arm should be up a little bit more, like, kind of just, like, grasping. I don't know. IP really did kind of kill the movie star. Studios are afraid to invest in anything that isn't a known brand now. And that's kind of a problem. Like, there's no room for new IP when they're just constantly remaking, rebooting, rebaking everything. You know, reheating it in the microwave is basically what we're doing these days. And part of the problem is that Disney just assumed, like, every Marvel movie was automatically going to make $1 billion no matter what it was about. Like, they did not understand Feige's 10-year plan for the MCU, which is why after Infinity War, it all just fucking fell apart. Because you have all these executives who are not creatives and do not understand the creative process and don't even understand production, just micromanaging everything and, like, saying, oh, we'll get it in post with the VFX, and then they, like, make VFX artists, like, change things constantly based on, like, fucking focus groups and shit, and then they balloon their budgets, and then they don't make any money back. Like, it's ridiculous. And that's why people have stopped caring about movies. One thing that guy, Media Influence, mentioned in his video is, like, numbers show that the biggest streaming service is YouTube. You know? And what counts as entertainment has really changed. Like, I will compare streaming to being a shock jock DJ a lot of the time, but, like, the masses have decided stuff like this that I do is viable entertainment, and who is anyone to argue with that? Like, people who, like, go on YouTube wanting to make more, like, traditional television quality stuff I think are really missing the forest for the trees, you know? That's like the Watcher guys did, you know, the Ghoul Boys from BuzzFeed. They were like, we're gonna make our own streaming service with, you know, for our videos because we want to make, like, real TV production stuff because that's the real big boy content. And, like, but they didn't like run this idea past any of their fans. They just went and did it, and it blew up in their fucking faces, you know? Like, nobody wants to have to subscribe to another streaming service. They're just gonna stay on YouTube because everything they could possibly want to watch is there, you know? The only streaming service I pay for regularly is Netflix, because I've been a Netflix subscriber since before they even streamed. I was using Netflix when it was still mail you a DVD. And of course I have a bunch of friends and family who all use my account, so I just pay for it from month to month. Fine, it's always there, so everybody can use it. But, like, all these companies trying to have their own streaming services really, like, blew up in their faces, because it's not easy. It's really not easy to run a streaming service. You need so much bandwidth. It might even be cheaper for them to have their stuff on Netflix, you know? But all of them went like, no, we're gonna have our own streaming service so we can make max profits. And then, like, they didn't realize how fucking hard it is. I think Disney Plus still is not even making a profit. YouTube only just started making a profit, I think. You know, it's crazy. Oops, somebody got blocked again, but I think Twitter Premium is what blocked the message. Very scandalous. Or the word dipshit. Come on, YouTube. YouTube's gonna stop with this ad apocalypse shit. Nobody cares anymore. Yeah, trying to recreate cable. Nobody wanted that. Well, Oaksap, are there blockbusters anymore? Are there movies that people get hyped for anymore? I don't really know. Like, I've never been, like, a big go-to-the-movie theater person anyway. Like, I went and saw Across the Spider-Verse in theaters because, you know, it was worth it. But, beyond that, are there movies people get hyped for? And the other thing is they make too many goddamn movies. That's another problem. There's so many movies. There's so many shows. There's so many everything and all these different services. No one person can keep up with it all. So the other thing Media Influence was talking about is how things have kind of shifted to bubbles of individualized interests. So, like, we have our own little community here, you know, like, a community can build up around anyone or anything. So it has become more about these little pockets of fandoms, basically. It is very interesting, but I do think indie content is going to become more viable. I do kind of think the whole Hollywood system kind of just needs to burn to the ground to make room for the new growth that they are resisting with every fiber of their being. Remember, they started telling celebrities to get on social media, and that just blew up because these people, like actors don't know how to be YouTubers. It's a completely different skill set, really. Remember when Netflix asked people, what's your favorite animated show or movie? And someone said, I don't know because you took them out, asshole? Yeah. I miss when Netflix used to have star ratings. Because what it would do would be like, hey, you would probably give this movie 3 stars. You would probably give this movie 4 stars. You would probably give this movie 5 stars. And it was a good way to recommend things, to give me like an idea going in of how much I might like a thing. The only reason I ever watched A Monster in Paris is because it recommended to me like that. I was like, you would probably give this movie like 3 or 4 stars. And I said, okay, I'll watch it. You know? So now it's just thumbs up or thumbs down. Because probably companies complained about having low star ratings. Same reason YouTube has gotten like so fucking touchy, because companies complain. I'm a micro celebrity. I'm an influencer at best. I think. I'm just a streamer. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like what I do isn't a little low rent, but like, you still have to put effort into streaming. That's something Lily Orker doesn't understand. Lily's like, streaming is so easy. All I have to do is sit there grunting into the microphone with like 5 minutes of dead air while I write my script on screen, and my 20 sycophants just obediently sit there and take my bullshit. Like, I think she was like bitching that people weren't talking in chat enough, or they were talking about the wrong things in chat. Like, she's so fucking controlling. Yeah, hey, I'm glad you guys have fun just hanging out, listening to me talk while I draw. You know, I'm happy with that. You guys are happy with that. Why not? And then I do special streams every once in a while, you know. And it works out. I mean, many of you may not be as interested in Dragon Age as me, but I'm doing those streams for me. I'm sure it'll pick up when we get to when I do stream Veilguard. I do intend to stream it from day one, which means we're really gonna have to boogie through Inquisition. I've been trying to figure this out in my head, because I have till like October 31st to finish all the fucking games. So, and I want to spend a lot of time with 2, but we've been making our way through 2 pretty well. Like, we're gonna start the Deep Roads tomorrow, which will be probably an entire stream of itself. But that's a big part of the game, and then that goes into Act 2. So, Dragon Age 2 is about, even if you do everything in it, it's about a 40-hour game, I think. So, it won't take me that long. Obviously I'm focusing a lot on cutscenes and character dialogue, because I'm basically trying to make it like a TV show for you guys. Inquisition's not gonna have that feel as much, unfortunately. It doesn't have as many cinematic dialogue scenes, which always annoyed me. But I'm gonna, like, speedrun to Skyhold, and I'm gonna focus pretty much on main story quests when I can. I'll probably do the specialization quests off stream, because they're just a fucking busy work pain in the ass. And nobody wants to have to sit through that. And we're gonna have to do the Descent DLC, and that I'm not looking forward to that boss battle kicking my ass again. Because back in the day when the Descent first came out, I streamed just for like a few friends, like a few Dragon Age buddies. Not even really friends, there's Dragon Age people I knew at the time. I was like, guys, I'll just stream this for you, like, privately, And you guys can watch me face the boss battle in Descent. I was like, haha, BioWare boss battles, this won't be so bad. And then it fucking kicked my ass. So, no kissing monsters, at least not this time. But the Descent's a good DLC, but like, yeah, that recent... Oop.
Dakana sent a super chat. Lily stream be like,
Lily streams is just like 5 minutes of dead air and then... Hey, did you know in She-Ra they're basically adopted sisters? Isn't that weird? And then Michaela goes, oh, yeah. And then there's another 5 minutes of dead air. That's Lily's streams. Oh, geez, I just realized it's time to feed the pets. I will be right back, you guys. And then we will bitch more about Lily. Alright, I'm back. Animals have been fed. I noticed there was a package I was waiting for at the door. Oh, the highlight of your Wednesdays? Thank you. I'm flattered. I'm flattered you're listening to me while you clean, too. I do understand that. I have plenty of streamers. I don't think I want our hands to be this big. I have plenty of streamers and other people I listen to as well when I'm working or when I have, like, chores to do or whatever. Or sometimes I just listen to music. Do you have another live dub for me? The fuck? What the fuck voice am I supposed to say that in, Kaiser? Hang on a second, let me... I hate that it opens in OBS's own little stupid browser that you guys can't see. It's like combined 2007 Taco Pancakes Raw Speak with 2016 Small Bean Pupper Speak to achieve true nirvana. Hello, sweet soft small bean babby. Rawr. Oh no, did I scare you? I'm very sorry. My heart just stopped, and when it started again, I cursed directly at God for allowing me to survive this. This is how Curly talks. Right here. That's exactly it. Now, you missed it last night, Kaiser. I missed a huge opportunity. There was a letter written by a girl named Olivia in Dragon Age 2, and I forgot to do the Olivia voice.
I could have done Olivia with a British accent. Doesn't that sound weird? Especially since I can't do a British accent very well at all.
I'm far too American to do a good British accent. Not fair. How come Brits can do American accents easier than we can do British accents? So they tend to default to Midwestern though when they do it. I think I'm definitely going with the big old claw hands though. I'm always like, I don't make fusions weird enough. I'm too self-conscious. I have to keep pushing this. Big meaty claws, yes. Like I said, I kind of just like leaned into the wolf part of Wolfenite, and I was like, well, you know, Jasper was like corrupted, so we could put part of her corrupted design into this too. Yeah, Zoomers have the worst like insults too. They're also lame. Skrill does always have good suggestions. Skrill's a better artist than me. And now I have to show you guys something else related to that. There it is, it's in my DMs. Good, good, good. Yeah, the last time I said Skrill's a better artist than me, she drew this. Well, Skrill's a better artist than me, and then she appears behind me and takes my word bubble and smacks me over the head with it. She's gonna do this to me next time we meet in real life, I assume. Oh, thank you, Cosmo Mandy. Skrill and I have worked together before. Hopefully when the Bendy and the Ink Machine movie comes out, we can do more Bendy comics together. That was fun. Because Skrill would do the pencils and I would help her ink it. And it's always fun to ink somebody else's art. And it's nice when I get to do, like, really cross-hatchy, detailed inky stuff, because I can't really do that with the SU stuff, because it just doesn't match the style, you know? Even though I do a bit of my own style. There we go. I want to make her a little bit of her little lifted here with her. Make them look like wolfy paws. Take a southern accent and speed it up slightly. I don't know if that's exactly a British accent, but yeah. Like, it's like how, like, Middle English that Shakespeare was originally written in actually sounds a little more Midwestern. It's so strange. It's so strange to think about how American accents evolved out of English accents, you know? I'm always fascinated by that sort of thing. just how language develops and changes. Because like if you look at like old English, if you look at like Canterbury Tales English, like it doesn't even register as English to like a modern eye. It looks like some kind of German, which makes sense because English is kind of a dramatic based language. You know, we steal a lot of like Latin and French too, but you know, I say that modern English is a pidgin language basically. Well, Southern people don't speak slow when I do Damien, obviously. They've said if I did Damien a little faster, I'd suddenly be British. I don't think it works that way. I don't know why the fuck I can do a Southern accent so well. I've never lived in the South my entire fucking life. I don't know why I can do it so fucking well. It's always like, people can't decide where my Damien voice is from. It's either Texas, Tennessee, or Kentucky. But... Sabine, Lily broadcasts her personal life. How can I not comment on it? Like, Lily's like, ow, I'm gonna tell the whole story of my sister and my entire past and all my abusive exes, and it's like, well, that's pretty weird, Lily. Why are you talking about my personal life? Well, stop fucking talking about it in every video! Like, Lily made her, like, drama video about how, oh, I've been stalked and harassed for 12 years. And then she said she was never gonna talk about it again. I want to redraw the hands. I'm still not happy. I know, guys. I'm happy with the feet, though. I am happy with the feet. I'm gonna go with that. But... Seagull language, yeah. I feel sorry for anyone who has to learn English as a second language. We have so many contradictory grammar rules. We have so many words we've just stolen from other languages completely. Like, how do you even manage it? I'm so happy English is my first language. Originally from New York, Southern accents sound absolutely nuts to you. Yeah, I don't know. Southern accents are so, like, unique. Yeah, Lily doesn't understand the Streisand effect. But yeah, Lily did her drama video about, oh, this is all my drama, this is all my personal bullshit, now I'm never gonna bring it up in any other video ever again, and then the next, like, 4 videos, she brings it up again! If I had her hand more, like, back like this? Nah, I don't like that. And I want her to be kind of surprised and unsure, so... You managed somehow? Wait, I got a meme for everybody who's, English second language. It always makes me laugh, because it's true. Oh, here we go. This one. Which goes... You speak English because it's the only language you know. I speak English because it's the only language you know. We are not the same. It's so fucking true. I keep saying I really gotta brush up on my Spanish. I really have no excuse not to. Oh, you say you found Olivia's letter. Now I need to make up for my crimes and read it in Olivia's voice. Okay, I'll do that. Probably not with an English accent this time though, because it's too fucking hard. Let me zoom in, you stupid thing. Why is it not letting me zoom in? This wiki is being so homophobic. Oh, because it popped up in the fucking OBS browser again, that's why. Damn it, I hate this. I wonder if I can change how the links process. Alright. This is the letter I failed to read in Olivia's voice before in Dragon Age last night, so let's fix that.
Father, I know the sacrifices you've made to conceal my secret, but I am no longer a child. I cannot burden you my whole life, lest my secret destroy us both. I must live my own life as a woman and as a mage. It is oddly freeing to write that word. Farewell, Father. I hope one day you make peace between what you have been taught and what you have seen. Oh, my love, Olivia.
And then she died. Maybe she'd be like,
I must live my own life as a woman and as a gator. It is oddly freeing to write that word. I want to be hugged.
No, she did die. No, yeah, Spicy Godling, when we were trying to decide what voice I was gonna do for Olivia, everyone said Jasper. And I started out doing the Jasper voice, but it was just so much easier to, like, do a more high-pitched, more nasally version of it. So that became Olivia's voice, just like a pitched up, less chesty version of my Jasper voice. Yeah, anytime something inconveniences me, it's just homophobia, obviously. Traffic's bad today, it's homophobia. I spilled coffee on myself, it's homophobia. It's a struggle out there, guys. Yeah, like, I don't, like, broadcast my fucking personal life outside of, like, telling you guys I work with puppies and... I guess I was talking about my grandma earlier, but whatever. It's not like I tell, like, all my traumatic backstories and every single thing that's happening in my life right now. Because I am here to entertain, not to, like, say, everybody look at me, I'm so great, my life should be so important to everybody else. Accolade Season 2 canceled, homophobia. Oh, big surprise, it got fucking canceled. I heard that show was awful. I still will not, in my entire life, understand how Disney bought Star Wars for $4 billion and fucked it up so badly. Like, why would you not treat that property with the utmost care and get, like, the best people to work on it? I do not understand. Newborn pup vomits milk on your shoe. Homophobia, yes. 180 million per episode? What are they doing? Jesus Christ! Sabine got held by the auto mod for you moron, or yo moron. I don't know, Sabine, the only person confused here is you.
Mina sent a super chat. Lily and her fans can't make fun of your art since Lily still uses your Laylee thumbnail as her Discord avatar.
Well, technically it's not my art, it's just a sprite edit to the Lele, but it's still funny. So she's basically proving she likes the Andy and Lele game. Actually, though, speaking of Disney, here's how they're trying to save money right now. They're being sued because a woman died in their parks because she was told her food didn't have the allergens she was asking about in it, and she was assured multiple times her food did not contain these allergens. The food contained those allergens, and she fucking died. And so Disney, their first defense was, we don't technically own that restaurant, so this is not on us, which is, you know, reasonable, fine, whatever. Their second defense was, well, the husband trying to sue signed up for Disney Plus in 2019, and in our contract over there, it says you can't sue us. So he can't sue us because his wife died on our property. And it's like, no, that's not how anything works, Disney. And they had to give higher wages to the park workers because they were all threatening to strike, and that probably would have killed Disney off if the park workers struck. Because they almost died during COVID because they couldn't run the parks. That's where a lot of their money comes from. And now they're blowing it all on shitty shows nobody wants to watch. And they're making tons of them because I just think if they just keep throwing money at things, they'll be making billions of dollars again. Because I don't know what the fuck the people running the fucking company... They don't live in reality. It's so confusing and unbelievable. Well, getting Disney to admit anyone even died at their parks is already a fucking trial, but, like, yeah, okay, you had a perfectly good defense. We technically don't own the restaurant. We just licensed the property. Okay, fine. But then you pulled that other bullshit, and it's like, no, no, Disney, you can't just say, well, if you signed up for Disney Plus, you can't sue us for any other reason ever. Nothing works that way. Like, gee, I don't know what is going on over there. I've actually started to have more appreciation for Walt Disney the man, because the company is just so fucking terrible these days. And, you know, in comparison, he wasn't that bad. And he actually had ambition, and he actually had creativity, and he actually knew what the fuck he was doing. I hope they burn to the ground. I want Disney to die. I really want Disney to die. They own too much IP. You know, they're basically a monopoly. They have been forever, but nobody cared because they were like, you know, America's sweetheart for the longest time. They were like, Disney was basically like, I created your childhood for a while, you know? And they rode on that, like, oh, you can't sue Mickey Mouse in the land of magic. They're so wholesome and good. But these days, nobody fucking cares. And little kids, they don't recognize Disney stuff as much as they used to. They're into other things. They're into fucking YouTube, you know? Like, I don't know if any of the rumors about Walt were true, but you have to appreciate the hustle, you know? Like, whatever else you could say about Walt Disney, he proved that you could make a full-length animated film. When they were making Snow White, it was either gonna make or break the company. And no one thought a full-length animated film could work. People had only seen animation in shorts before newsreels before then, you know? That's what all the old, like, Looney Tunes and stuff were, too. But Disney proved you could make a full-length animated film. Which is why seeing, like, that little shit in the new Snow White movie disparaged the old movie so much. Like, oh, it was made in 1934, and evidently so. It's so bad and old, guys. It's so bad. And it's like, bitch, yeah, it was the first full-length animated feature ever. It was the proof of concept. You little cunt. Have some respect, you know? I can't wait to see how bad that live-action Snow White is. I'm not gonna go see it. But apparently they try to have Gal Gadot sing in it, and I don't think that's gonna be very good. Already the fucking, like, over, like, engineered, like, Disney pop star remix version of Whistle While You Work they played in the trailer sounds awful. And I don't understand, like, when you have an actor who can't sing, just dub over them with someone who can. Instead of just saying, oh, let's have the actor sing and it's good enough, I guess. They did that with Cats. They did that with Sweeney Todd. None of these people can sing. At least they can't sing on a Broadway level. So why don't you just dub them over with someone who fucking can? You know, that's way more tolerable than having Gerard Butler sing fucking Les Mis, you know?
Wiggly sent a super chat. Wreck-It Ralph was the last good Disney movie FR.
No, the last good Disney movie was Encanto, but I don't think that had much to do with Disney itself for why it was good. I think they basically had no faith in it and just left the people to their own devices, and those people are creatives who actually know what the fuck they're doing, you know? I love Encanto. I will stand Encanto all day. I heard Inside Out was pretty good. I never saw the first one, to tell you the truth. I'm really not that big of a fan of Disney and Pixar. I'm just not. I never really have been. Like, I grew up during the Disney Renaissance. I watched all those movies, but I don't really, like, think on them fondly at all, you know? I watched Mermaid, I watched Aladdin, I watched The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under. I watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I still remember rewatching Who Framed Roger Rabbit for the first time, and I was like 17, and I was like, who the fuck let me watch this as a little kid? I don't know. I'm a little offbeat. My favorite Pixar is Ratatouille. I still might make the arms smaller, but I like the shape now. I haven't worked on her face at all. I do have a really bad habit of detailing the head before I detail anything else. It's not good. I think I am happy with this, though. You guys having trouble over there again? There are ads coming, that might be why it's... Oh, I hate Frozen. Don't at me, but I hate Frozen. Let's see. Oksana says, I don't like the Spanglish in the American dub of Encanto. It's very jarring. Like, just call your grandma grandma, not abuela. Or not Dora the Explorer. Okay, I can sympathize with that. Me as a American, you know, non-fluent Spanish speaker, it makes sense to me. But, Sabine, are you fucking retarded? I don't think Rebecca Sugar has ever worked for Disney. You know Adventure Time and Steven Universe are Warner Brothers, right? Now Warner Discovery. Frozen was great, huh, Sabine? You finally found something you like that I don't. I thought Sabine disappeared for a while because I actually liked some of the same things as them, and they got spooked. I don't know, like, people built up Frozen a lot, and I didn't even believe it was gonna be as good as people said it was. I was already going in with kind of low expectations. I was like, this movie's probably just kind of twee and cute, like Tangled. Tangled is fine, it's okay. It's not a masterpiece, but it's fine. It's fine enough. It functions as a movie. It's funny, cute, whatever. I thought it was gonna be like that, but like, I watched Frozen and like the plot structure and everything is so broken. I couldn't believe it. I was like, why is this popular? This movie is just has awful pacing. It was obviously rewritten a bunch of times. It makes no goddamn sense. You know, why is this popular? Oh, right, she guest starred in Amphibia. She made a song in Amphibia. The creators of Amphibia probably asked her to do that. Dumbass. Oh, wow, people in the industry know each other and contract each other to do songs and shit in each other's work. Wow. You know, the industry is pretty fucking small, right, Sabine? Tangled is the best CGI princess film. Yeah, I'll give you that, Dan. I'll give you that. I do think it's better than Moana, unfortunately. Moana just kind of, like, felt underbaked. Even Lin-Manuel's music was just kind of, like, nothing in that one. It was, like, kind of phoned in. I don't think anyone really knew what they wanted to do with the fucking plot. It was, like, a bunch of set pieces strung together until we got to the ending, you know? It just... It needed more... plot structure. I feel the same way about Princess and the Frog, to tell you the truth. A lot of people get on my ass about that. Hang on a second. Yeah. Let's shut my door. Like, Princess and the Frog kind of had the same problem where it felt more like the characters were being dragged through a series of set pieces. Like, they were rushing from one song to the next without really any connective plot tissue. You know, that's my problem with that movie. Otherwise, the animation is great. And I love Tiana and Lottie, but... And, you know, and I like the villain okay, but he doesn't really do much, you know? Look at Christ, I mean, I love Keith David. Yeah, the hair animation in Moana was really good. Like, a technical achievement level, Moana looks very, very good. I just feel like the script was really underbaked, you know? Yeah, Zootopia was good. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's weird because...
Roxana Navasinda Super Chat. Sleeping Beauty stylization was top tier.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty is a very different looking movie than a lot of other Disney movies. It's very different, especially like with the color palettes they use. The thing is, like, Zootopia is good. It's a solid movie, but it's oddly forgettable. I don't know what it is. Like, I watched Zootopia and I liked it, but I just don't really care that much about it. I don't know. It's strange. You'd think something like that would be, like, super successful, but most people don't even really talk about it anymore. But again, I think part of the problem is too many fucking movies come out. There's, like, 50 movies in a month. Like, you can't possibly pay attention to everything. Which is why attention is the hottest commodity right now. You have to, like, keeping someone's attention is so fucking hard these days. And it's true, like the hottest commodity, right? This is what YouTube pays me for. YouTube pays me for capturing your attention. I'm very transparent about this. Obviously, I'm not like a YouTube, like, creator with, you know, who has direct contact with. I'm not big enough for that, but... What did I say about what, Kaiji? You have to be more specific. Unless you're saying I'm forgettable. think there's anything visually wrong with Zootopia, but you're right, the characters could be a little more distinct. Yeah, we already talked about the Curly drama earlier. I usually front load the streams with the Lily drama. So if you want to go back and watch the VOD after all of my connection problems. Oh, Onward looked like such shit. I didn't even want to watch it. Like, how do you make urban fantasy so fucking boring? No one ever does urban fantasy well.
Mystic Blue sent a super chat. I have info on Disney movies. Each new 3D movie was just them testing and showing off a new skill they learned.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. How do you properly watch shitty Disney movies, Sabine? You just sit there gaslighting yourself into thinking it's good? Try to tell me Wish was good, Sabine. Go ahead. Try to justify Wish, Sabine. That movie is completely non-functional as a narrative. Which sucks because I actually like a lot of the design in Wish. I do. Like, I like a lot of the character designs. I like a lot of the costume designs especially. You really get the idea that this is a kingdom full of people from all different parts of the world, and that reflects in their costumes, but all their costumes also gel together in like a cohesive aesthetic. And I really like that. Like, there is good shit in Wish, but as a narrative, it's completely broken. And I can't wait till the NDAs expire on that one, because Jesus Christ, I want to find out what the fuck happened with that movie. It really feels like they trashed a completed movie and cobbled together a new one in 3 months. That's what it felt like watching it. Like, when I was watching it in the theater, I was sitting there thinking, if you told me this animation was like cutscenes from a video game, I'd say, oh yeah, it's really good animation for cutscenes in a video game, but this is supposed to be a big budget Disney movie. You know? No, 13, well yeah, if you have nostalgia for Zootopia, obviously. Especially if you saw it as a kid, it's gonna leave an impression on you. Obviously, I saw it as an adult, so... but... No, like I said, Zootopia is a solid movie. It's just oddly forgettable for some reason. I don't know. But I think the original plot they had, like the darker plot they had, would have been more interesting, where it was mostly about Nick the Fox guy having to deal with prejudice of being a predator. And I think they didn't really they were really toothless on the prejudice angle, I think. They didn't flesh it out enough. And, like, exactly how the city functions, like, didn't make a whole lot of sense, you know? So, like... Let me type them... My big childhood nostalgia movie is the first movie I can ever remember watching, and that's The Last Unicorn. Which, as a historical piece, is still very much worth watching. You know, it's kind of jank in places, but still, that was like the first movie I can ever remember, like, actually watching. I remember my grandmother taking me down to the video rental store in my little red wagon, because it was close enough for us to walk to from her house, and rent The Last Unicorn. I watched that movie so many times. Last Unicorn probably did have a big influence on me artistic-wise, too, like, subconsciously. Neverending Story. Yeah, the original Neverending Story movie's pretty good, really. I mean, I know it's a little cheesy now, but it's pretty damn good. And honestly, I would recommend reading the book of the Neverending Story, because, like, the movie is, like, half the book. And what happens in the book is, like, Bastian ends up going to Fantastica, and he becomes, like, a little god king, basically. He's given the Orin, which he can wish for anything, but the more he wishes, the more memories he starts losing. So the more he recreates the world of Fantastica, like he like creates a whole city that just pops into existence that day, but they have a whole history that they remember, you know? So it's like they just came into existence, but they already have a whole history and everything, because it's the world of imagination, you know? But by the end of the book, like, not by the end, but toward the end of the book, like, Bastian starts becoming, like, a little tin pot dictator. Like, he starts becoming, like, an evil god, almost. And, like, Atreyu has to fight him. It's, like, great. You know? Why couldn't that have been the sequel? The sequels are garbage. Yeah, the Neverending Story book is actually really, really good. Sabine saying, don't steal Last Unicorn from me, you wench. Sabine! I've been watching Last Unicorn since before you were fucking born, bro. Get off my lawn, I was here first. There's nothing wrong with liking Last Unicorn. It's a good movie. I still need to read the book, actually. I have the book! I bought it a while back, and then I never got around to reading it. I really need to read more. I never finished Good Omens either. I meant to like finish reading the book before I watched the show, and then I like put it down at one point and didn't pick it back up. I don't know why.
Master Clockwork sent a super chat. Ever see Unico?
I haven't. That's an anime, right? I think I've heard of it, at least. What else did I watch in the 80s? I did watch a lot of G1 Pony, actually. I did watch a lot of G1 Pony. I watched a lot of Rainbow Bright. What else did I watch a lot of as a kid? I watched a lot of Eureka's Castle and Fraggle Rock, but barely anyone knows what the fuck those are anymore. You know what show I watched as a kid that actually holds up really well? The Adventures of Pete and Pete. If you want a time capsule of the early 90s, go watch The Adventures of Pete and Pete. It's this surreal show just about kids living their lives, but it's like really, I don't know, it's just really like offbeat and really just kind of surreal and abstract and weird. But it really captures the feeling of being a child, you know? Oh yeah, Land Before Time. I saw the original Land Before Time. The others, not so much. Fraggle Rock is awesome. Okay, I'm glad we can all agree in both chats that Fraggle Rock is awesome. There were so many puppet shows when I was growing up, you know? It was like a thing. It was like a trend. So many puppets. Yeah, my brother found a Fraggle Rock DVD like 10 years ago. He was like so excited. It was like he found treasure. Jim Henson was a genius. Jim Henson was a fucking genius. And I'm glad the Henson Company still, like, retains his spirit for the most part. I'm just gonna drag this sketch over so I can get her face right. So I don't know if she's gonna be more surprised or smiling. I made her kind of smiling kind of sheepishly here. But... I just got a message. I can answer it after stream. Yeah, I think we all know what happened to the little girl who voiced Ducky, unfortunately. Yeah, you don't see puppet anything anymore. It's kind of a shame. You can do a lot with puppets. I think puppetry is still very popular in some, like, Eastern European countries. There's a huge tradition around it. But you don't see it as much in the United States anymore. You try to get Sabine back in the Discord to talk about Fraggle Rock. Can we finally bury the hatchet with Sabine and all shake hands and break bread and sing Kumbaya over Fraggle Rock? Can we do that? Worries for another day. Down to Fraggle Rock. I don't know the whole song.
Kako Human Abba Lover sent a super chat. Make her expression greater than 3.
You saying give her like kitty face like that? Probably not, but still. Thank you for the super chat. I think some puppets from old puppet shows are in museums now. People do preserve them. I remember someone asking Sarah Styles if she got to keep her Avenue Q puppet, but no, she has a picture of it though. I don't know what happens to a lot of those things. Some of them are probably recycled, some of them are probably preserved.
Virgo 117 sent a super chat. Still sad the Dark Crystal show was cancelled.
Was it cancelled outright, or was it ever, was any of it ever made? I remember there being like a contest to like design a creature for it. I don't know, to be honest, I've watched the original Dark Crystal and...
Keep Talkin' sent a super chat. Have you seen Adventures of Mark Twain? It's so good.
I actually have, to tell you the truth, Keep Talking. I actually have seen the whole thing, not just the mysterious stranger part. Go look up. Does it come up when you Google Mysterious Stranger, I wonder? I'm probably not gonna play it because I'm still worried about my connection, but... Let's see what happens when you just type it in. Ah, yes! If you go to YouTube and you type Mark Twain, The Mysterious Stranger, you'll see this clip from this claymation short movie about the works of Mark Twain. And The Mysterious Satan was about... Well, Satan, yeah. Mysterious Stranger is about Satan. And how he's an angel. And because he's an angel, he doesn't know the difference between good and evil. So he creates this little town of clay people and he just starts destroying it. Because they do what he doesn't like. And the whole point is, if you don't know the difference between good and evil, you can do a lot of terrible things. It's like, I know the style looks a little opy, but it's really good. Like, the whole movie's really good. It really is. So, that's something for you guys to look up later. That's your homework. So you guys are bullying Sabine. Very good. Yeah, Mark Twain, like, he's known as a satirist. And he had, like, lots of funny one-liners we all still quote today. But he really did have a lot of, like, deep writing as well. He had, like, a lot of really philosophical writing. He was an interesting dude. Yeah, like, I think stop-motion animation is kind of expensive to make. So you don't see it as much anymore. I mean, you got Leica. Leica's keeping it alive. But even then, they use a lot of, like, they use a lot of VFX shortcuts. Go watch Nightmare Before Christmas for pure stop motion. I think I made her eyes a little too wide. I'm not drawing it on the same perspective I drew the face line on is the problem. It's probably because I'm getting hungry. It's almost 5 o'clock. We'll probably wrap up soon. I didn't grow up watching Wallace and Gromit, but I've seen some of it. I'm trying to think of, like, other claymation stuff I would have seen as a kid, because that was also kind of like a thing for a while. Yeah, I am interested in Leica's new movie. I haven't seen the... What was the one... The Strings one. I haven't seen that one, but I've seen Coraline and Paranorman. Did they make, Did they make that one with the goth black chick? What was that called? It was unfortunately disappointing. But, did they make that one? What the fuck was it called? See, so many things come out these days, it's like so hard. Kubo and the Two Strings, that's what I was thinking of. Wendell and Wild, that's what it was. Yeah, it's Henry Selick. It had really good animation, but the plot was all over the place. With Wendell and Wild, it was like they crammed, like, it's like they crammed 20 episodes of a TV show into a movie, and it just didn't work, unfortunately. Which sucks, because it looked really good. They just had way too many plot threads. Just too many. So... Oh, but Leica didn't make that one, huh? Who did? Who the fuck made it? It was Jordan Peele and Henry Selick, but what company made it? Oh, Monkey Paw Productions, Netflix Animation. Oh, Monkey Paw is Jordan Peele's production group anyway. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it was a bit of a vanity project, unfortunately. So they didn't have a lot of... I don't know what the fuck they were doing with the plot. And, like, I wanted to like the movie so much, but it The plot was just so confused. Like, they really needed to, like, pick a fucking plot and stick with it. That was that movie's problem. But the animation was, like, the animation was so technically good. Like, it's worth it just for that. But I've heard of 9. I haven't seen it. I do kind of want to watch it one day, though. It looks like it would be up my alley. It looks like something I would like. Even if it's flawed, you know? I don't mind when something's flawed. I can still get something out of it, you know?
Juan Salinas sent a super chat. Mary and Max was a great claymation film.
Another one I've heard of but haven't seen, yeah. There's a lot of movies I gotta catch up on. Maybe next time I'm in the mood for watching movies, like... I think I want the top of her head to be this flat. I've made progress, though. This is the important part. I've made progress today. This will probably be the final portrait. I might adjust it a bit still, but yeah, we're definitely getting there. Yeah, because, like, 9 is, like, it's, like, existential and post-apocalyptic, and it has, like, these, I don't know, like, this apocalypse punk aesthetic to it, and I don't know, that's my jam. You know, I love shit like that. Nine is fucked up. You would probably like it, yeah. I like a lot of slightly fucked up things. Oh, we were talking the other day, because I was saying, before I do another, like, big, long game stream series, like Dragon Age, I'm gonna let you guys vote on some shorter games I could play first that would take, like, maybe 2-3 streams. And I think Alice Madness Returns is gonna be one of them, because I wouldn't mind replaying that again. And that game is, like, it's so cool. Has a great aesthetic. Plot's a little weak, but everything else about it's awesome. And it kind of plays like a... It kind of plays like an old PlayStation 2 platformer, but like in a good way. You know what I mean? I haven't seen Wrangle. That's another one that's kind of on my list, because I heard it was surprisingly good. I haven't... Yeah, Love, Death, and Robots is another one I've been meaning to watch. Yeah. I tried to play the original American McGee's Alice, the old computer one, and it was just... I couldn't get through it. It was too jank. I'm sorry. I really like Madness Returns, though. Sabine, I just told you I wanted to like Wendell and Wild, but the writing was bad. It has nothing to do with the main character being black. I liked Kat. She was awesome, but, like, the plot just, like... It had way too many things going on. Like I said, it was like they took an entire TV season and tried to cram it into one movie and wouldn't edit out anything. That was really the problem. I think it was originally written as a book, too. So, like, it's like they just refuse to, like, trim... They just refuse to, like, trim the fat. Like, that movie could have been good if they had just focused it more. That's the frustrating part. Wasted potential is the thing that frustrates me the most. Yeah, Sabine acting like there isn't a black female lead character in in Steven Universe. Like, hello, Garnet. She's basically just Estelle's gem soda. I was like, when people were like, I wonder what the human version of Garnet would look like. It's like, you mean Estelle? She would look like Estelle, because she's just Estelle. Yeah. Steven Universe is flawed.
Alex the Shiba sent a super chat. How do you feel about movie night in the server?
I don't know. I've never really wanted VC in the servers, and it's just like, planning that sort of stuff is kind of a pain, and just, I don't know. I mean, you guys could always host those sorts of things on your own, too, if you want to. Like, yes, Steven Universe is flawed, Sabine, and I say that. And Princess and the Frog is flawed. and I say that, but I also say it as good things, and Wendell and Wild is unfortunately very flawed, and I wish it wasn't.
Master Clockwork sent a super chat, got me looking up 80s cartoons. I dream match Gem.
I hope you mean rewatch, because they tried to remake Gem, and it was stupid. Like, you could have had, like, a fucking, like, campy movie that really leans into it, like the fucking Barbie movie with Gem, and they just fumbled it. You could have had like a really fun, like, just out there movie. I am glad that movies are less concerned with being realistic these days, though. There you go. If you want to start a server that just is focused on that sort of thing. I mean, no work by human hands is unflawed, Sabine. Do you understand that? I mean, I don't know if there's anything you could call a perfect movie or a perfect show. Though I always say that season 1 of Stranger Things is pretty perfect. It has a really good plot progression and stuff. It's just, you get to that one scene where they meet Eleven's bio mom, and it, like, flashes back to shit the characters weren't even there for, and it's like, you were so close. You were so close to being perfect, and then you did that shit. That's so annoying. Yeah, I mean, I like some things that are incredibly flawed. Like, I expect 9 to be really flawed, but I'm probably gonna like a lot of stuff about it. I always bring up Once Upon a Time and Gotham, which are utter trash fires of shows, but they're fun. They have a lot of good acting and good costumes. Like, Sabine, we've been over this before, but it bears repeating. Let me just bring up my twatter. I gotta search to find it, of course. So, Sabine, so you know, just a little FYI. 2022, before I even blew up.
Master Clockwork sent a super chat. Yes, rewatch. The movie was a war crime.
Thank you, Master Clock, for another super chat. So yeah, in 2022, I made a whole Twitter thread. Here, I'll put it in the, I'll even post it in the chat for you. You can follow along. I made a whole Twitter thread about my controversial Steven Universe opinions and things about the writing I don't like, characters I don't like, and decisions I don't like. So, yeah, you can go read all that if you want. It's a little out of order for some reason, but yeah, I have a whole fucking thread of my criticisms of the writing of Steven Universe. I don't know where you get this impression that I make excuses for it. I'm a pretty big critic of the decision making in season 5 and what they chose to focus on. I really don't like Lapis's aborted character arc, and then she gets a unearned badass moment. Fuck you, Lapis. So this always makes me laugh, though. Even Steven knows she's a bitch now. Yeah, go to that link if you want to see me tear down Lapis's entire fucking story arc and why she's just kind of poorly written and the crew didn't really know what to do with her, but they just wanted her there. The face a little shorter. Imagine writing a scene this sinister looking. Wait, was it up there, right? It was up there. Hang on a second. Imagine writing a scene this sinister looking. This is what scares Lily Orchid, everybody. This is just too much for her. This is just too sinister. But she can totally take adult content, though, you guys. She totally watched Schindler's List. That makes her a grown-up. She totally has intelligent things to say about Django Unchained, I'm sure. Oh, God. Like, Lily, you maybe should just stay away from Quentin Tarantino movies, Lily. Lily would shit herself if she watched Reservoir Dogs. Hell, Lily would shit herself if she watched Pulp Fiction. I don't like Tarantino that much, but still. I think he's a weird little nerd. Might be a little more reflective of the actual comic I'm gonna draw with it. Like I said, their first fusion isn't gonna go completely well. But I do want it eventually to be healthy. I guess the head could be a little... I thought I was drawing the head a little too... It did it really elongated this time. Again, I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle. Or Kill Bill. Kill Bill was pretty good. Kill Bill is definitely, like, the most mainstream of, Tarantino's movies. Go watch Dusk Till Dawn, Lily. You'll probably put into a coma. Sabine saying that Lapis sucks so much that criticizing her writing doesn't count. Because I would agree. That's like the joke I always say. She was like, I love Steven Universe. I just skip like 18 episodes, but I love Steven Universe. Lily would freak out at Tarantino's dead guy in the garage. He shot Marvin in the fucking face.
Keep Talkin' sent a super chat. Quentin Tarantino has his fetishes as well as Lily does.
Yeah, right. There's a whole scene in Kill Bill with the bride like wiggling her toes to get feeling back at her legs, and it's like all these loving close-ups of her fucking feet. Jesus. I will never understand foot fetishes, and I don't understand why they're suddenly so popular. I just really will not ever understand. There's a dead Wigga in the garage! Oh no, don't watch one of my favorite movies, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Because there's period-accurate uses of both N-words. Oh no, Lily, oh no. Yeah, go watch a fucking Coen Brothers movie, Lily. What's in your life? Any of them. Just any of them. Just watch one. Yeah, The Bride vs. Go-Go is pretty good. The Vernita fight is interesting because, like, because between, okay, Kill Bill 1 is the samurai movie. Kill Bill 2 is the spaghetti western. So, like, all the fights in Kill Bill 1 are, like, really over the top and, like, awesome, and they're more like a Kurosawa film. And then in Kill Bill 2, the fights are all way more realistic and visceral and mundane and close in. It's kind of interesting. I haven't watched the movies in a long time, though, but I do remember that aspect of it. So having Lucy Liu play a Japanese mafia boss was a little... I mean, they excused it in ways, but it was still kind of like, He's not Japanese. Not that I don't love Lucy Liu, I do a lot, actually, but... Yeah, I don't like Lapadot. Give Peridot someone who isn't going to treat her like shit. Like Amethyst. I do kind of like Amethyst and Peridot's nerd-jock dynamic a little bit. I don't really ship them that much, but I think it could be cute. I actually like a little bit of Jasper Dot, too. I think for the same reason. This is the nerd jock thing, you know? Sabine says I'm too autistic to understand anything Tarantino puts out. I was just fucking explaining why the fight scenes between Kill Bill 1 and Kill Bill 2 are so different in feel, Sabine. Do you think I'm wrong about that? That Kill Bill 1 is the Kurosawa film and Kill Bill 2 is the spaghetti western? Because that's exactly how it fucking works. Oh, maybe Sabine does have a foot fetish. Is that what you're really after? You wanna lick Lily Orchard's toes? That way you're still simping for Lily even after she's like abandoned you on the side of the road? For being inconvenient and being a little tryhard? Okay, I am definitely just a little more alien in this than the other sketch, but fix the bangs a little bit, but I've gone with making the hair bun slash horns like a little more agate-like. I think I'm gonna do like the effect I wanted to do on them with just pure color. Did do that a lot with Steven Universe stuff, like a lot of like you don't have a like, and this is something Curly didn't understand. We'll go back to Lapis and Peridot here. You don't have a lot of interior lines on Steven Universe characters. You see like where Lapis's waistline ends here is not lined in, it's just color. This part's just color, like this part of Peridot's just color. So really, if you took away all the color, you just have just these simple outlines of the characters, and that's how it works, because, you know, fucking cartooning, things have to be streamlined for animation. Does Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch? I guess. It's been a while. Oh, don't worry, I'll probably be responding to Lily nonsense later tonight on my Purple Demon Lily posting blog. I fucked up the face a little bit, but you know, I'm just gonna... I still think the head's a little too small. I gotta balance out this figure a little bit more, but I'm liking what I have so far. I'm liking the body shape. Still might make the hands a little smaller, but I think leaning into the monstrousness and the wolfiness of the Wolfenite is working out here. Alistair was confirmed asexual. I know you're an ace in the hole. What now? I would love to hear Sabine's opinion on Tarantino movies, actually. That would be... What is your opinion on Reservoir Dogs? Sabine, tell me. What do you think of that one? They say the N-word and the F-word in it. Twitter would not approve. God forbid people in movies who are bad people, you know, say things that maybe aren't the best. Wow. Oh, this song plays in the Knights Pinball? Cool. This is the song that plays when you finish a level in Knights. It's called Message from Nightopia. That's all I have to say about Reservoir Dogs and Tarantino movies. They're good. Do you have anything intelligent to say about them that demonstrates your understanding? Tell me your great cinematic readings, Sabine. I'm sure you have a lot. Maybe one of the hair hands should be up here like, what is going on? I liked No Country for Old Men well enough. I don't think I really got it the first time I saw it, though. You know? It is an interesting movie, though. I don't... See, the thing about Peridot is I don't think Peridot's actually supposed to be asexual. One storyboarder on the show had that opinion. That doesn't mean it's canon. You know? That kind of annoys me. It's like, okay, one person's opinion on the show is that. That doesn't mean... Because if you want to say, like, oh, Peridot must be asexual because she's reluctant to fuse then you're just fusion of sex again, which... that's a little bit. Also, with the way, like, a lot of people see Peridot as, like, a little autistic coded, like, also making her asexual is a little offensive, I think. Like, there is that infantilization of autistic people where they act like we have, like, no sex drive or sex awareness or anything like that, you know? So that makes me a little uncomfortable. Just saying, personally. No, that sucks. I should probably draw out, like, the line of action first, like a smart person.
Dakana sent a super chat. I'ma summarize all Sabine critiques. Sai doesn't understand, current topic that Sabine likes, doesn't elaborate, and SU sucks cause your mom. Keep Talkin' sent a super chat. We need Lily to read Blood Meridian.
Oh no, no. What does Sabine say up there, though? Tarantino appropriate black and Asian cultural items such as kung fu / black exploitation to make his films look interesting. Sabine. Go watch a fucking Bruce Lee movie for once in your fucking life. That's what he's referencing, you fucking dipshit. There's always been a lot of cultural exchange between black and Asian communities, and a lot of that was in 70s films, which Tarantino is drawing from. And again, I don't even like Tarantino that much, but still, that's like an actual thing. The battle pigtails are gonna be a problem for another time, probably. Hopefully next week, I will have this fucking done, and we'll be working on the fucking comic. We'll have to decide what our colors are. Oh, there's no thumb there. There's no thumb on these. Let's see if I can find the movie I'm thinking of. Game of Death, that's the movie. Like, gee, Sabine, I wonder why Tarantino references a Bruce Lee movie with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in it. Wow. I wonder what he possibly could have been drawing from when he has black and Asian culture in a movie. I wonder. You're fucking stupid. I can't wait till the fusion is done so I can do fan art. Oh god, I'm so sorry. It's so weird. Well, people will just assume things about works without, like, even, like, looking up, like, hey, what could that possibly have meant? Or why did they decide to do that? They just make up their own bullshit reasons. It's so strange. And I think we're gonna go with the more lumpy hair again. I'm giving up on trying to do the geometric stuff. It was making her look a little too over-designed anyway. And simplicity is king when it comes to gems. You really, really want to keep them to, like, a clean outline, for the most part. And very distinct shapes. That's what makes gems. I want to keep it 3 fingers on the hair hands. A strange sentence, isn't it? But, yeah, the hair hands, you know what I mean. That's not a strange thing to say, is it? Yeah, I think I'm getting too tired and hungry for this. We made a lot of progress today, though, guys. Thank you. I definitely think this is the overall design I am gonna go with, though. I still did the face kind of wrong, though. I'm still kind of figuring this out. It's a little too stiff right now, but I have to figure out what I did. Because then, of course, I'm going to have to draw this character multiple times. There's a reading chat now. Yes, soon I will be done, but I do have others. It is time for dinner, and then I have other things to work on. Now the dog is barking for me anyway. I did promise the dog we would go outside after stream. She knows the word outside. So as soon as I say it, she'll bother me until we go outside. Alright, I am gonna wrap up now, though. Thank you all for coming to the stream. I hope you enjoyed the Wani dubbing and the Lily slander and me working on this crap and me just rambling about the fucking movie industry and how I want it to burn to the ground. And thank you for all the super chats today. Hopefully I will fix some of these connection problems for the stream tomorrow. It's been going okay, but still not entirely happy with my bitrate. Oh, this is a good song to send us out on. Alrighty then. I will see you guys hopefully on the Dragon Age stream tomorrow. If not, I will see you next Wednesday if that's not your thing. Goodbye.